Xin Yu's vision was dark, and the system's cold prompt echoed in his ears. The account information is permanently deleted and cannot be restored. Thank you for playing Void Era. Her heart felt like being hit by a giant hammer. The glory of the full-level queen and the worship of thousands of people in the guild all collapsed in that moment. With her fingers still feeling the touch of the keyboard, she stared at the login interface. The full-level equipment shone with epic golden light, and the scene of leading the Star Empire guild to sweep through the national war was still vivid in her mind. But because of a damn operating error, I pressed confirm delete. It's over. It's all over. She murmured to herself, her throat as dry as if she had swallowed sand. The lights of the surrounding internet cafes were dim, and the air was filled with the smell of instant noodles and cigarettes. Players passing by cast mocking glances. Hey! Isn't this the #1 empress in the server Xin Yu? Why, the max level account is gone without saying anything. Ha ha ha. Let's go for the newbies. The guild channel exploded, and members of MO Fan's Batian Alliance ridiculed the screen. Queen of account deletion? Now you can't even enter the novice village, right? Trash. Despair came like a tide, and Xin Yu gritted her teeth. In a game world bound by the real economy, the top guilds control the resources and minerals, and the national war competition determines hegemony. It took her half a year to climb from level 1 to the full level, but now she has nothing. Permanently lost, even friend invitations cannot save it, unless someone initiates a resurrection confirmation. Just when she was about to smash the keyboard, a private message popped up. Lin Fan. Sister Yu. I'm online. I'll send you an invitation right away to confirm. Don't panic. Lin Fan, the warm-hearted teammate who had been with her since the novice village, always provided skill points silently and never cared about it. The invitation confirmation pop-up window flashed, and Xin Yu clicked yes with trembling fingers. The light engulfed the field of vision, and the system voice sounded again. Resurrection confirmed successfully. The character is reset to LV1 and enters the novice village. At the entrance of novice village, the sun is blocked by greenery, the fresh smell of soil and wild flowers floats in the air, and a stream gurgling in the distance. Xin Yu opened her eyes. She only had rags on her body. Left point 1 was prominently displayed above her ID. Novice players around her were getting upgraded, and the wild boar monster fell to the ground wailing. Haha, look at that woman, how dare you come to the village at level 1? The equipment is so bad, it would take half an hour to kill slimes. A plump male player passed by, spitting and laughing. The wooden sword in his hand was still dripping with green blood. Sisters, the max level account has been deleted? The whole server has spread. And MO Fan from the Tyrant League said you are a joke. Xin Yu's face was ashen and his fists were clenched white. Once she killed a 100-meter-long boss with one sword, and the guild worshipped her. Now even slimes laugh at her. The humiliation of wanting to be strong but not being suppressed burned in her heart. She took a deep breath and stared at the first slime at the entrance of the village. Ding! The hidden system is activated. The experience buff is infinitely superimposed. Every time a monster is killed, the experience gained is doubled and superimposed, with no upper limit. Xin Yu's pupils shrank sharply. What the hell is this? The rumored god-level hidden system can only be triggered by extreme luck or unnatural operations. Without saying a word, she rushed forward and basically smashed her fist down. -5. Slime 10. Experience plus 10. BUFFX 1 equals 10. The L1 experience bar was full in the blink of an eye. Ding! Upgrade to LV2. All attributes plus 5. The surrounding players were stunned, and the fat man rubbed his eyes. What? One punch to kill a slime? Impossible. The damage of a newbie's punch is only 3 to 5. Xin Yu ignored it and the second slime rushed towards her. She dodged sideways and the wind roared. -8. Death. Experience plus 20. BUFFX 2 equals 40. Ding. LV3. Strength plus 3, agility plus 3. The experience bar jumped like a rocket. The third one, the fourth one. She looked like a ghost, punching her flesh. Slime green juice splashed everywhere, and the fishy smell hit her nostrils. Ding! LV5. Unlock the basic skill tree. More and more players gathered around, their mouths wide enough to hold an egg. Why is this woman's experience bar flashing green? A wave of 10 consecutive kills. The fat man's voice trembled. Impossible. It takes 1 hour to farm slime normally to reach level 3, but she only reaches level 5 in 1 minute? Are you cheating? Xin Yu sneered and the exchange mall popped up. She used the newly obtained skill points to exchange for the basic fireball scroll. Rare. Requires level 5 to unlock. Consume 10 points and learn successfully. The fireball spell's CD was only 5 seconds, and her palms ignited with red flames, blasting towards a group of slimes. Boom! Range damage -25x6.
Total destruction.
Experience plus 80. BUFFX 8 equals 640. Ding! LV8. Explosive equipment. Novice Iron Sword attack plus 10. The iron sword was in hand, and the cold light flashed. She swung the sword like lightning, the sword energy tore the air, and the wild boar monster's miserable howl resounded through the entrance to the village. The smell of blood was mixed with the burnt smell, and the ground was full of potholes. The onlookers' eyes widened and someone screamed, "Level 8! It's only been 10 minutes. Oh my god, what's her buff bar? Double the experience x16? This is a BU." A female player knelt on her knees with weak legs, her voice trembling. "Sister, who are you? The fastest in the server. The newbie of the Tyrant League is only level 4. She kills the Pig King with 1 sword." Lin Fan's voice connection was connected. "Sister Yu, are you ascending? The village entrance channel is all blown up. I see that your experience bar is stacked infinitely. I will transfer 100 skill points to you to exchange for advanced scrolls." The corners of Xin Yu's mouth raised, and the veins on the hand holding the sword popped out. "Thanks, Lin Fan. Watch me reach level 10 and kill the boss." The boss of Novice Village, the Violent Dryad, was roaring at the end of the village. It was 5 meters high. Its vines whipped the ground like whips, causing dust to fly and a fishy wind to hit your face. A normal team of 5 would have to die 2 or 3 times to challenge. Haha, another one is going to die. How dare you challenge a tree demon at level 8? Just now the Pig King gave her good luck. The boss output thousands of blood, but her iron sword only had 20 attack points. The fat man took the lead in mocking, and hundreds of players gathered around to watch the show. The tree demon's vines twitched wildly. Xin Yu's figure flashed, and his agility reached 50. The iron sword cut off the vines. Crack! -35 critical hit. Experience plus 160. BUFFX 16 equals 2560. Ding! LV10. Unlock the advanced area of the exchange mall. All attributes are off the charts. Strength 80, agility 75. The player gasped and the fat man turned pale and took a step back. LV10. Experience. Xin Yu's fireball technique continued. Boom boom boom. The tree demon's branches and leaves were burning, black smoke was billowing, and its wails were deafening. -120x3. Dryad's residual health. She jumped up, and the sword light was like a dragon, penetrating the core of the tree demon. Fatal blow. -500. The boss is dead. Golden light erupted, and the whole place was dead silent. The rare equipment Dryad Heart Necklace. All attributes plus 20, experience gain plus 50%. Landed on the ground, shining with purple light. The onlookers knelt down and exclaimed, "Goddess! Kill the novice boss alone? The first kill in the whole server. The experience buff is infinitely superimposed. This is the rebirth of the cheating queen." The fat man collapsed on the ground and murmured, "I was mocking her just now. Now I'm not even at level 2 but she's fully equipped at level 10. Worship her." Lin Fan said excitedly. "Sister Yu Mo Fan from the Tyrant Alliance has noticed you. The village channel said you are a legend. But his guild controls the resources, and they monopolize the mineral veins in the national war competition. Be careful." Xin Yu put on the necklace, her attribute sword, and the system prompts in her field of vision flashed with golden light. Ding! The hidden career mission is triggered. Go to the depths of the secret realm. Awaken the Queen of the Void and change jobs. Completion reward. The god-level skill tree is fully opened, and the road to revenge begins. Her heartbeat quickened and her fists clenched. How will hiding her career change her destiny? Tyrant Alliance Fan, wait and see. Xin Yu took a deep breath. The air at the end of Novice Village still had the burnt smell of the tree monsters burning. Black smoke curled up, mixed with the smell of dust from the soil being whipped out by the vines. The noise of the onlookers receded like a tide, replaced by deathly silence. Hundreds of eyes stared at the purple gleaming dryad heart necklace at her feet. Someone's throat rolled and the sound of swallowing was clearly audible. Ding! The hidden professional mission Queen's Resurrection is officially launched. Please go to the entrance of the secret realm at the end of the village and defeat the Guardian Shadow Guard to prove your qualifications for account deletion and rebirth. Reward: transfer to account deletion Queen, with full skill tree points and permanent experience buff plus 50%. The entrance to the secret realm? Xin Yu looked up. Behind the cliff at the end of the village, a hidden crack suddenly bloomed with blue light, as if it was triggered by her killing of the boss. A cold wind howled out of it, carrying a biting chill. Before the surrounding players could react, the plump male player suddenly snickered, his voice as sharp as scraping iron. Secret realm? Ha ha ha, you want to enter the forbidden area of the Novice Village at level 10? The Shadow Guard is a level 15 elite with a single target output of thousands, and a normal team of 10 people will have to be wiped out. Goddess, you just killed the tree demon alone, it is lucky don't die. Other players echoed, buzzing like a swarm. Yes, the Secret Realm Guard has invisibility plus poisonous fog, and if the agility is low, it will kill you instantly. The equipment is so bad, and the iron sword attack is only 30. You are looking for abuse when you go in. A tall and thin male player shook his head, his tone full of contempt. It is a death trap recognized by the whole server. The Tyrant Alliance has sent a team to test it and lost more than a dozen people. Queen of account deletion? You don't even have the qualifications now. Xin Yu snorted coldly and put on the necklace. All attributes were superimposed by plus 20. Her strength soared to 100, and her agility was 95. The numbers in her field of vision were beating so fast that her heart was racing. The taunts became more and more harsh. She tightened her grip on the iron sword, the blade buzzing, and stepped into the crack. The blue light engulfed the figure, and the players behind them screamed. She really went in. Crazy, crazy, wait until you see the corpse explode. The interior of the secret realm is dark and humid, with drops of water dripping from the stone walls and the sound of pattering echoing, and the air is filled with the musty smell of rotting moss. The Shadow Guard emerged from the darkness 3 meters tall, with a translucent body twisted like a ghost, blood-red eyes, poisonous mist spewing, and green energy filling the field of vision. Roar! The low roar shook the eardrums, the ground trembled, and the first wave of mist rushed towards him. Xin Yu quickly dodged and slashed out with the iron sword. -45! Breaking the invisible critical strike. The guard reappeared invisibly, his claws tore through the air, the wind howled, and she rolled to the ground sideways, mud splashing all over her rags, and the stench of poisonous gas filled her nose. The onlookers couldn't enter, but the players at the end of the village had pressed against the wall to listen to the noise. Someone shouted, "Listen! There's a fight inside. How many seconds can she last?" The fat man rubbed his hands excitedly. "You will die within 3 seconds. Bet on a meal of instant noodles." Xin Yu's fireball technique continued to blast, boom boom. Flames illuminated the grotto, and the guard's health bar dropped wildly. -130x2. Residual health. Buff superimposed acceleration. Experience plus 320x32. LV11. Strength 105. She jumped up and pierced the core of the guard with the tip of her sword. Purple and black blood spurted out, making her skin sting due to the heat. Critical blow. -600. Death of the Guardian. Golden light bursts out and the system beeps wildly. Ding! The mission is completed. Successfully transferred to Queen of Account Deletion, the only hidden profession. Obtain full access to the skill tree, and all rare skills can be learned without consumption. The experience buff is permanently plus 50%, and the current number of overlays is reset to X1. Xin Yu was surrounded by purple light. Her ID suffix changed to Queen of Account Deletion. Her attribute panel exploded. Strength 120, agility 110, constitution 95, and her skill tree sparkled with golden light. She rushed out of the secret realm, and the players at the end of the village were dumbfounded. The fat man's feet gave out and he knelt down. Changed transferred. Solo kill of L15 elite in the forbidden land of the secret realm? Right. Deletion queen? The only one in the whole server. The tall and lanky man rubbed his eyes and screamed, his voice broken. Look at the attributes. Strength 120? The average for the same level is only 40. She is a monster. Buff is permanently plus 50%. And the experience bar is glowing green. The crowd exploded, worshipping and jealous roars intermingled. Some people took crazy screenshots. Goddess, take me to fly. I laughed at you just now. Now I will delete my account and commit suicide to ask for a job transfer. Lin Fan's voice rang out quickly. Sister Yu, are you changing your job to the queen of deleting your account? The whole screen of the village channel has been refreshed. I'm here as soon as possible. Let's form a team. I'm level 8. I'll transfer 200 skill points to exchange for magical skills. Lin Fan appeared as if he teleported. The warm man's face was full of admiration, holding a bronze staff and hunting in a mage's robe. Sister Yu, your values. I shared with the team and were stunned. Agility 110. Evasion rate 90%? Let's go. The two of them rushed side by side to the high-level monster area in the east of the village, where the wolves were entrenched in the wilderness. The elite monster of the gray-haired wolf king roared. Its claws were white, and it exhaled hot breath from its bloody mouth, and the fishy wind hit their faces. First, the sarcasm started again, and the individual players who farmed wolves nearby snickered. 2 rookies? LV10 and LV8 dare to touch the LV12 wolf pack? The elite wolf king has 20,000 health, tearing, and the whole group is destroyed in 1 round. A red-haired female player sneered. The Tyrant Alliance cleared this area last night and left resource mines, don't grab them. Xin Yu's sword light flashed, and the first gray wolf rushed towards her. She was an afterimage and the iron sword slashed across her neck. Minus 55. Death. Experience plus 50. X1 plus 50%. Lin Fan added fire arrows. Minus 30 perfect assist. BUFFX2 the experience bars of both people jumped at the same level LV11 LV9. The wolves are sieging, the claw wind is howling, the dust is flying, and the wolf howls are deafening. Xin Yu blasted the group with fireballs. Minus 140 range. The gray wolf elite pounced, its body was huge, its fangs bit down. Lin Fan was almost killed. Xin Yu teleported to avenge him. Queen flashes, new skill. The ghostly figure, the sword aura. Minus 180 crit. Death. Experience plus 800. X8 plus 50%. LV18, LV14. The smell of wolf blood was strong in the air. Wolf carcasses piled up on the ground, and green blood flowed into a river. The onlookers watched the red-haired woman's legs go weak. Elite second? Her attack speed is 2.5 seconds per attack. And a mage of the same level only attacks 1. How much experience does it cost to stack this buff to X10? The fat man chased from the end of the village, his face pale. Goddess, forgive me. I just teased you that the secret realm was luck. The Wolf King's health bar is still 20,000, and her output exceeds 1,000 in 1 round. Lin Fan gasped excitedly. Sister Yu, the skill tree is full. Exchange it for Queen's Wrath. A rare AOCD 10 seconds. Range instant kill below level 20. Xin Yu Maul flashed, 200 points were consumed, and the purple light skill was recorded. Learned successfully. The attack power is equal to your own strength x5, and void tier is added. The Wolf King roared to summon the wolf, and the wild wolf shadows were scattered hundreds of meters away. The players screamed and retreated. The Wolf King is furious. The health bar is locked at 30,000, and the individual will die. The Wolf King howled, his health bar instantly emptying. Minus 2,500 fatal.
Total destruction.
Ding. Level 25. All attributes are off the charts. Strength 250, Agility 240, Constitution 200. Lin Fan is upgraded to level 20 simultaneously. Golden light soared into the sky and rare equipment exploded. Wolf King leather armor, defense plus 50, all attributes plus 30, elite wolf claw ring, attack speed plus 20%. Xin Yu changed her clothes. The leather armor was close-fitting and cool to the touch. The numerical value was far 3 times higher than the average level 25, and the attack exceeded 500. The onlookers knelt down and the red-haired woman trembled and worshipped. The Queen's Wrath? Clear the battlefield with 1 strike? Output 2500? The first magical skill in the whole server. Her equipment is blinding with purple light. And the attribute panel shared. Strength 250. The L25 warrior of the Tyrant Alliance is only 150. The fat man kowtowed. Sister, accept me as a dog. I just laughed at you, now I ask for help from the palace. Lin Fan wiped his sweat, his eyes were hot, and he had a private voice chat at a close distance. His voice was low and shy. Sister Yu, I was heartbroken when you deleted your account from Novice Village to full level. Now seeing you reborn so violently. I just want to be a teammate. In reality, can I add WeChat? I want to care for you all my life. His face was red to the roots of his ears, his cane was trembling slightly, and his warm male breath hit his face as sweet as honey. Xin Yu's heart warmed up, the corner of her mouth raised, and she patted his shoulder with a solid touch. Of course, you fool. It's great to have you on the road to revenge. Let's hear the information first. The Tyrant Alliance is eyeing the resources of the Novice Village. Lin Fan nodded and said in a solemn tone. Mo Fan Guild brushed the village video yesterday and said you were a bug. They want to send a LV-30 team to grab the wolf mine. They have a monopoly on the National War Oregon. Be careful, they have high-end skill scrolls. In the wilderness, the putrid smell of wolf corpses was still stirring in the hot wind. Green blood formed a stream, and glue bubbled. The players' worship came one after another like a wave. Some people knelt down and knocked their foreheads on the soil with a muffled sound. Xin Yu tapped her finger, and Bai Ning's friend request interface popped up. Under the frosty white avatar was a short message. Delete Queen, I heard about your buff legend. I have ice control talent and auxiliary overlay specialization. Form a team in Shadow Forest? Kill the boss for the first time and share resources and mineral veins. She raised her lips slightly, clicked to agree, and the team invitation was instantaneous. Come to the entrance of the east mining area of the village, the 3-person clear Shadow Forest. The ultimate copy of Novice Village, starting at LV-25, do you dare? Bai Ning's ID flashed into the team. He was a level 22 ice mage. His head was like frost and snow, and he appeared on the edge of the wilderness like a teleport. His figure was as slender as an ice sculpture, and he was hunting in blue robes. There was a light chill in the air. She raised her head and her voice was as clear as broken ice. Your Majesty, I have long admired you. Your video of clearing out the Wolf King has flooded the entire village's screen. The output is 2,500. All of them start at 250. My talent can double your buff again. Lin Fan's eyes lit up and the warm man smiled brightly, but with a hint of sourness. Sister Yu, this girl is also fierce. LV-22 ice magic. Control the chain control is perfect. But my tank position is stable, and I will keep you alive. The 3 people's IDs are bound, the experience bar is connected with the green light, and the village frequency is blown up. 3 people? Shadow Forest? That's the LV-30 Forest King's blood. Vine Strangler plus Sting AoE. The Tyrant Alliance's LV-35 team was wiped out in 2 waves last night. Passers-by players snickered. The red-haired female player had just climbed up, her legs were still weak, and she taunted in a sharp voice. Queen? Bring 2 oil bottles into the ultimate instance? There are hundreds of Shadow Tree spirit monsters in the forest. They are LV-25 elites. The poisonous fog slows down 80%. If the agility is low, they will be minced. The LV-30 team is kneeling. You are looking for death. The fat man squeezed out from the crowd. The mud on his face was not dry, and he was flattering. Frightened. Sister, spare my life. Just now I wanted to be a dog. But the Shadow Forest is a hell of death. And the artifact crown is hidden in the veins. But the boss summoned the Sea of Trees, and even the Tyrant Alliance gave up. Let's break up, don't be buried with him. There was buzzing discussion around with jealous eyes like knives. No matter how good the equipment is, just killing the Wolf King alone does not mean that you are the king of the dungeon. When 3 people go in, corpses are all over the ground waiting to see the joke. Xin Yu sneered and said nothing. The Wolf King's leather armor flashed with cold light. After all attributes were superimposed, the strength was 280, the agility was 270, and the attack was 512. The iron sword buzzed and was on the verge of being upgraded. She raised her hand and pointed to the deep forest in the east of the village, the entrance to the shadow forest shrouded in black mist. The vines were twisting like living snakes, and the smell of rotten leaves hit her nose. Let's go. Stack 20 levels of buffs and kill the boss first. Anyone who laughs will be shut up. The 3 of them stepped in side by side, and the green mist filled their nostrils. Swallowing the figure, the players behind screamed, "We're really in! Crazy women, wait for the explosive equipment to take screenshots." The village channel flashed the screen. Bet they can't last 5 minutes. The Tyrant Alliance team has arrived to grab the ore. The LV-30 leader is fighting madly, and the output exceeds 800. The interior of the forest is as gloomy as a tomb. The slippery moss on the ground creaks when stepped on. The smell of moldy fruits in the air is sour and pungent. Shadow tree spirits emerge from the fog, 2 meters high. The branches and vines are whipped like whips, and the wind howls. Bai Ning raised his hand. Frozen realm. Blue light exploded, freezing with a radius of 30 meters. The ice layer under the tree spirit's feet clicked, and his movement was 90% slower. The scream turned into a muffled roar. -0. Control the hit. Slow down and stack. Lin Fan rushed forward, hitting the ground with his bronze staff. Rock shield. The earthy yellow barrier rose, blocking the whipping of the vines, and there was a loud bang. It was deafening and he gritted his teeth. Sister Yu, I'll hold on. The health bar is locked, and the hatred is full. After the shadow of Xin Yu's figure, the queen flashed behind the tree spirit, and the iron sword slashed wildly. -320x3. Critical hit combo death. Experience plus 150, x2 plus 50%. Buff level jump x3, LV26 golden light flashed. The mobs came like a tide, branches and vines danced wildly, poisonous stingers shot out, and green liquid splashed on the ground and corroded the soil. Bai Ning's voice trembled with excitement. My talent is activated. Auxiliary stacking. Experience gain plus 20% permanent. Your buff is full. The green bar skyrocketed x5, x8. Lin Fan's shield was shattered and he resummoned, his robe soaked with sweat. Sister Yu's output is monster level. Clear 10 in 1 round. I can't even fight one of the same level and still have to breathe. Blood bar only 5% loss. Your leather armor is 280, no damage. Xin Yu fired fireballs continuously, and the roaring flames reflected the red ice mist. -450 range x8.
Total destruction wave.
Level 28. Level 23 Bai Ning. Level 21 Lin Fan. The air is scorched and cold. The tree spirit corpses are piled up, and the green juice flows like a river. Passers-by couldn't enter, but when they heard the noise outside the village, the red-haired woman turned pale. There are constant explosions inside? Are they not dead? The village radio shows that the experience has jumped. Level 28. The fat man's legs trembled. Impossible. BUFFX10? Normal clear little weirdo X1. They have robbed all the mineral resources. The 3 of them went deep into the core. BUFFX15. Xin Yu's strength is 350. Agility is 340. Attack speed is 3.2 seconds per hit. The king of the forest roared and appeared. A 10-meter giant tree man with roots like pythons and a locked health bar of 500,000. The sea of vines summoned. The ground trembled, and poisonous mist filled the field of vision. Roar strangulation field. The branches and vines rushed wildly, and the wind pressure was like a knife. Lin Fan pounced on. Tank position, I will take damage. The root hit -1,200 blood exploded, and his milk flashed with blue light. Hold on. Sister Yu, get on. Bai Ning ice chain wrapped around. Ultra freeze confinement. Boss action -70%. My control talent is specially designed for the queen buff, which can infinitely assist the stack hit rate. Xin Yu clicked on the skill tree. Golden light filled the Queen's Wrath level 5. Strengthen. Strength x8 plus void tear range expanded by 50 meters. CD reduced to 5 seconds. Purple light condensed. The air around her twisted and buzzed. She jumped up. Queen's Wrath. Boom. A purple storm swept across. The tearing sound was like thunder. The vines broke and splashed, and the boss's health bar dropped -5000 x4. Deadly combo. Void tear is triggered. All attributes are weakened by 30%. The boss is violent. Its roots penetrate the ground, earth and rocks are splashed, and smelly juice is sprayed. Lin Fan's shield exploded and danger loomed. Sister Yu, protect me. Bai Ning's ice wall protection burst into pieces. The auxiliary chain is perfect. Your flash CD has returned to 0. Xin Yu flashed ghostly with sword energy. -800 crit. BUFFX 18. Experience plus 5000. X18 plus 50% plus 20%. LV32 golden light soared into the sky. Lin Fan LV25. Bai Ning LV27. The boss wailed and summoned the tree spirit army. Hundreds of shadows. Xin Yu sneered, and the Queen's Wrath resumed. End. The purple light was like a nuclear explosion. The forest trembled. The tree spirit's flesh and blood were crushed. The smell of scorched earth filled the air, and the boss core shattered. -15,000 fatal. The king of the forest is dead. The first kill is achieved. The wind blows in the wilderness. The rotten odor of the wolf corpse gradually dissipates, and the players continue to worship. Suddenly the system prompts. Player Bai Ning sent a friend request. Ice Mage. He heard about the legend of the deleted queen and asked for a team to explore the secret realm. Bai Ning. Mysterious ID, Avatar Frosty and Snowy. What changes will her joining bring? Xin Yu hovered his fingers, vaguely having a premonition that a storm was about to arise. Golden light bursts out and the artifact drops. Queen's Crown, the only one head. All attributes plus 200%. All skill CDs halved. Queen's buff automatically plus 10 layers. Xin Yu put it on, the amethyst of the crown shone, and the cold touch came directly to her mind. The panel exploded. Strength 600, Agility 580, Constitution 500, and Attack 1200. A server-wide announcement boomed. Ding! Player delete account Queen's team is the first to kill the ultimate dungeon of the novice village, Shadow Forest, and will be rewarded with 100,000 x20 experience gain, and plus 5,000 prestige across the server. The artifact Queen's Crown is recognized as the owner. Players outside the village knelt down and exploded, and the red-haired woman screamed, "First kill!" 5 minutes after entering LV32, all crowns are plus 200%. The panel share is stunned. The power is 600. The average level of LV35 is only 200. She is a god. The fat man wet his pants. The feeling was overwhelming. Sister, I'm deleting my account and asking for help. All the Orvanes of the Tyrant Alliance have been lost, and their or backpacks are full. The experience of the three of them has skyrocketed. Xin Yu LV35, Lin Fan LV28, Bai Ning LV30, buff reset x20. Xin Yu's eyes were cold, the purple light of the crown was strong. The Queen's Wrath level 5 was charged. The energy buzzed like a dragon's roar, and cracks in the void spread all over his body. Looking for death. Boom! The purple storm swept across indiscriminately, tearing everything apart within a 50-meter range, and the Axeman's health bar was instantly empty. -8,000 fatal. Instant kill. Xiao the team wailed, the corpse exploded, and the skill CD was halved, allowing her to fire 2 rounds in a row. Destroy all. The mine belongs to me. The village fan went viral. Annihilate the LV30 team of the Tyrant Alliance by one person? The Queen's Wrath outputs 20,000 total damage? The whole server announcement was made again. She is LV35, has a strength of 600, and is equipped with a crown to blind her. Suddenly, the exit of the dungeon exploded, and the Tyrant Alliance L30 team broke in. The 5 men fought furiously against the leader, the Iron Tower man with his giant axe flashing. Grab the boss body. President Mo Fan ordered. Delete the bug. Get out of the mine and hand over the crown. They laughed at each other. 3 rookies? First kill luck at LV30. Our output exceeds 1,000. You guys in seconds. The axe wind roared, a slashed, and the ground cracked. Lin Fan roared. How dare you touch Sister Yu? Bai Ning's ice mist rose. Control it. But the team's high-end skill scroll flashed, breaking the control and rushing forward. Bai Ning came closer, her frosty eyes were moist and her voice was soft and shy. Queen, your tacit understanding. My talent is Ice Heart Assist, which specializes in stacking experience plus control chain. I just saw your ultimate move, and my heart beat faster. In reality, can you chat privately? I want to freeze your enemies forever. Her cheeks were slightly red, and the cold air turned into warmth on her face. Lin Fan wiped his sweat and smiled warmly without being jealous. Sister Yu, my breast position remains unchanged, and this ice girl's assistance is perfect. The three of them are invincible. But the Tyrant Alliance will not give up. The mine has been robbed, and the information about Mo Fan's personal pursuit has been uploaded to the public channel. Outside the wilderness, the horses' hooves roared like thunder. Dust and yellow mist hit their faces. The 50 people of the Tyrant Alliance were like black clouds. Level 35 fought wildly in front. The giant axe flashed with cold light, and the archers in the back row were preparing for rain of arrows. The smell of rust and blood was mixed with the smell of horse sweat in the air. The leading tower man roared. President Mo Fan's personal order. Delete the Queen's number and spit out all the crown mines. The bones of the LV-30 team are not cold yet. The three of you dare to attack the entire alliance. The public channel flooded the screen and taunted. Queen? It's just luck for the novice village to kill first. Starlight City resources are early. The field was taken over by Tyrant, and she only entered the rankings with an average output of level 45. She is looking for death at level 35. Passers-by players watched from a distance, whispering like flies. It's over. The team's output exceeded 1,500. The Yui wave cleared the field. Let's pick up the Queen's corpse. Xin Yu's crown amethyst buzzed, BUFFX 20 green bar pulsed, her agility 580 figure flashed. The Queen flashed and distanced herself, her cold eyes swept across the army. Retreat. Enough fun in Novice Village, see you in the main city. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the ground, the earth yellow portal blasted open, and the heat wave distorted the air. Sister Yu, go first. I will cut off the rear, and the rock mist will cover you. By Ninglan robe hunting, the ice mist exploded with a radius of 50 meters, and the frozen horses' hooves clicked loudly. Ice field. Action slowed down by 60%. My auxiliary chain is full. Experience sharing plus 30%. The three figures sank into the portal engulfed by green light. The Tyrant Alliance rained arrows into the air. The Iron Tower man slashed into the void, and the ground cracked a 3-meter-deep trench. Runaway? Chasing Star City. The president has blocked the East Gate resource point. At the East Gate of Xinghua City, the huge stone arch shines with golden light, with a height of 50 meters, carved dragons and phoenixes. There are many towers in the city. Players are swarming like ants. The aroma of barbecue mixed with potion is sour in the air. The vendors are shouting loudly. Epic ores in exchange for skill books. The LV-40 Guild is recruiting people. Monthly payment of 500 gold. Xin Yu and the others landed, and the purple glow of the crown was dazzling. Player IDs across the server were swept across the board, and the situation exploded instantly. Ding! The Queen of Account Deletion enters the city. LV-35? The first LV-25 in the whole server is 10 levels ahead? The attack is 1200? The announcement of the crown artifact is still hot. Passerby stared and his legs were shaking. The monster in Novice Village took 5 minutes to kill, and the corpses of the Tyrant level 30 team were all over the screen. She had a total of 20,000 injuries with the Wolf King skin? Plus crown. Defense is over 800, no damage. Passerby swallowed his saliva, eyes red with jealousy. BUFFX 20 experience stack is unlimited? Normal players at level 25 are still killing monsters. She has already maxed out her resource pack, and the exchange mall leads directly to the advanced area. Bai Ning Shuang's eyes came closer to Xin Yu. The cold air hit her nose but the warmth was melting. She touched her arm lightly with her fingers, and the sleeves of her blue robe fell down to reveal her snowy skin. Queen, there is a hidden entrance to my guild base in the city. Lin Fan provided skill points and resources. And I bless the frost shield permanently. I teleported just now, and my heartbeat synchronized with you. Her cheeks turned red. Whispering like ice. Private chat. Freeze your enemies forever. Lin Fan smiled warmly and wiped away the sweat. His robe was wet with sweat and stuck to his body. Sister, you don't listen to Bing Mei's teasing. My breasts will not change. The guild base has a LV-50 epic equipment warehouse. My dad is a real rich man. And there is an unlimited supply of resources in the game. 3 people are invincible, and Tyrant is nothing. Xin Yu felt warm in her heart, patted the 2 people on the shoulders, and felt a mixture of solid ice and heat. Okay. Go to the mall first. Click on the skill tree. The high-end exchange mall was suspended in the city square. The crystal wall flashed, and the ore exchange interface popped up. The mineral resources in her backpack poured out, and the golden light gathered 100,000 points. Redeem the full set of the Emperor's Advent Scroll LV10. The system resounded. Ding! The skill tree unlocks the Emperor's Advent, the only super god. When the points are full, 3 clones are summoned. Each mirror is 80% of the original body, lasts for 5 minutes, CD is 30 seconds, crown is halved. Temporary power x12, void tier expands 100 meters. The panel is full, strength 720, agility 700, attack 1500. Iron Sword Hum is upgraded to the Epic Wolf Soul Sword, attack plus 300, critical hit plus 50%. Xin Yu's heart surged with warmth, and he patted the shoulders of the 2 of them, feeling a mixture of solid ice and warmth. Good teammates. Revenge Tyrant Alliance starting from now on. Next stop, high-level secret realm. Outside the wilderness, players knelt down in worship, and the roar of horse hooves was heard in the distance. Mo Fan personally led the brigade with murderous intent. The storm is rising again. Suddenly, the resource point at the east gate exploded and flames shot into the sky. Sheng Yan led 20 elite members of the Tyrant Alliance to intercept her. The ID of the hot warrior flashed red. She was wrapped in flames with her LV-42 giant sword. She was wearing phoenix armor and her muscles were booming. She roared like thunder. President Mo Fan's order. The crown of the resource point mineral vein belongs to Tyrant. The Queen of Deletion shows up for a duel? LV-35 novice, no matter how high her output is, she can't hold back my phoenix. Phoenix explodes AoE, and the health bar is 500,000, and you have the whole team in seconds. The public channel laughed and scrolled. Sheng Yan is a genius warrior, the top 10 in PvP. The skill scroll Fire Phoenix is 9 times. The output of a single target is over 2,000. The queen is dead. The onlookers snickered. The smell of sour sweat filled the air. 3 people? LV-40 elite guards with hundreds of resources. Sheng Yan leads the team. The queen turns into a human shield. Xin Yu sneered. The purple light of the crown flourished. The emperor descended instantly. 3 clones of purple shadows separated. The sword energy buzzed like a dragon. 4 figures rushed to the resource point side by side. The ground trembled with stampedes. Single challenge? Come. Sheng Yan's giant sword slashed down, and the fire wave rolled and the heat wave burned her skin. Phoenix explodes. Boom, the radius of the flame tornado is 40 meters. Elite the guard's health bar dropped wildly. Xin Yu's main body flashed sideways. -0 no damage. The clone's hard resistance -500 shield returned blood. The white frost shield blessed the blue light pulse. Queen's body protection. 80% damage reduction. My ice heart talent stat control. Rebound fire damage. Lin Fan's back row milk flashed. Full milk locked. Resource points hate to pull me. Players in the square knelt down and screamed. The Emperor is coming? The top hidden tree in the high-end mall. It takes 1,000,000 ores to fully mine. Her veins rob Tyrant by 1 person. The panel power is 720? The LV-40 guild leader is only 400. And the output of summon clones is equal to the 4 queens. Passerby Ding felt like urinating and his trousers were wet. The first empress in the server is born, the reputation starts at 20,000, and the equipment warehouse leads directly to the epic set. Sheng Yan's eyes widened and her voice trembled. Clone? The output of all mirror images starts at 800? Impossible, how can she fill up the advanced skill tree? She slashed the clone wildly, sparks flew everywhere. And the health bar only dropped 10%. Behind Xin Yu's body teleported. The wolf soul, the purple light of the sword tore. The wrath of the emperor. Strength x12 tearing the void. Boom, a 100-meter purple storm swept across. The resource point ground cracked 10 ravines. The fire wave backfired. Sheng Yan's phoenix armor cracked and shattered. And the blood bar dropped 8000 x3. Crit combo. Full BFFX 25 experience. The elite guards wailed and were all wiped out. Or exploded all over the ground. And the tinkling gold sound was piercing. Sheng Yan knelt on the ground, holding up her body with her giant sword. Sweat mixed with blood dripped down onto the scorched earth. The smell of roasted meat hit her nostrils. Her eyes were as shocked as if she had seen a ghost. You have a temporary strength of 900? A total attack of 2000 damage, and the health bar of my PvP king is instantly empty in a duel? Crown plus Emperor Tree magical skills. Even President Lin Fan at level 50 can't withstand this wave. The onlookers knelt on the ground and the passerbys screamed. Sheng Yan surrendered? The elite corpses are piled up, and your backpack is full again. The panel is shared, and the agility of 700 flashes without CD. The passerby's pants were wet and he said, destroy the elites of Sheng Yan? Her eyes are shaken. Lin Fan rushed forward and distributed the resources with the bronze staff. Sister Yu, the guild base is open. The epic suit has been replaced, and the wolf soul sword has been upgraded to Phoenix Wolf Soul. Attack plus 500. Bai Ning leaned forward and touched Xin Yu's ear with her icy lips. The cold fragrance hit her nostrils. The shield is permanent, my love. Bingxin melts into you. The three of them said the test is soaring, the green bar is spinning x30. Sheng Yan got up, leaning her giant sword on the ground, staring at Xin Yu's back with complex eyes. Queen, you win. The resource points are given up, Bation is internally rotten, I am faintly shaken. I have Fire Phoenix level 8 on the skill scroll, do you want allies? Her voice trembled, her body trembled slightly in the heat, and the players around her gasped. Sheng Yan defected? The PvP queen joins the deletion queen. Bation is finished. At the resource point at the east gate of Xinhui City, the night wind howled and mixed with the stench of scorched earth and roasted meat. The torches swayed and glowed red. The faces of the kneeling players were twisted, and beads of sweat mixed with blood dripped to the ground. The public channel flashed the screen like a violent storm. The queen is finished. Thousands of people from the Tyrant Alliance are crushing the border. The average output of LV50 is 1800. The 4 gates in the east, west, north and south are blocked, and the resources are turned into a meat grinder. The passerby's legs were so weak that he couldn't climb up, and his voice shook like a candle in the wind. The whole server wants 10 times the reward of the crown mineral vein. The queen trio is amazing. Unable to withstand the crowd, Sheng Yan geniuses all knelt down, and their health bars instantly evaporated. Iron Tower Man led 100 elite men to approach, his giant axe scratched the ground, and the horse's hooves shook the ground like thunder. President Lin Fan came to the rear, and the whole city was cleared. Go out, spare your life. The air was filled with blood and rust, the archers' arrows were buzzing, and the players' hearts were beating like drums, and they were whispering in despair. The LV50 divine equipment is useless, the Tyrant clears the map, and the Queen's legend is ruined at the East Gate. The purple light on Xin Yu's crown pulsed, and the coldness touched her brain like a queen's iron law. Her pale eyes swept across the black enemy army, and she sneered silently. The wolf soul divine sword buzzed and trembled slightly, and the blood groove on the sword body reflected the red light of the fire. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the ground, and the khaki shield suddenly rose with a radius of 30 meters, and the golden light of milk fell. Sister Yu, don't panic, I'm locking everything. The epic milk volume will return 5,000 blood per second, and the resource warehouse will provide 10 more sets of suits. Bai Ning blue robe hunted, frost eyes locked on Xin Yu. Ice mist quietly wrapped around the three of them. The cold air hit their faces but warmed their hearts. The frost field expands, slowing down the enemy by 50%. My heart. I only protect you. The three of them leaned against the resource point and left corpses, and the ore rolled down to their feet. The onlookers widened their eyes and swallowed their saliva. The three of them carried it without any injuries? The BUFFX 35 green bar flashed blind. The panel power was 900, and the tyrant soldier's legs were weak. Suddenly, the private chat ringtone rang. Sheng Yan's ID flashed from red to green, and her fiery voice trembled into Xin Yu's ears. Queen, I can't hold it anymore. Mo Fan's conspiracy was exposed. He blocked all dungeon entrances in the main city, and monopolized the first kill experience and rare drops. The inside of Badian is rotten. The president has embezzled 90% of the mineral veins, and only the elites are left as cannon fodder. Resource points are given to you and the Fire Phoenix LV8 scroll are here. How about allies?
Prove loyalty.
If you follow me, you will become a traitor. The public channel taunted the screen. Sheng Yan is chatting with the queen in private? The traitors are colluding. Kill them without mercy. The Iron Tower man slashed the shield with his axe, making a loud clanging sound. -200 floating blood was refilled. The ice chain pulled instantly, and the frozen horse's legs cracked and cracked. The control chain is full. Queen, withdraw from the elite area in the wild. My guild's secret path leads directly to the lava abyss. Intermediate copy. Mo Fan blocks the main door and takes a detour to outweed it. Xin Yu turned around, the cold crown touched her head and smiled lightly. Consider it. If you follow me, you will prove it. The public frequency of the whole server suddenly sounded, and Mo Fan roared and his ID became popular. Wanted in the whole server. Deleted account Queen. Offering 10 times the reward of the crown plus mineral veins. Sheng Yan the traitor, kill without mercy. The bloody battle in Xinhui City begins. The storm in the city started again. Murderous intent skyrocketed, and players knelt down in waves. Xin Yu's eyes were filled with fighting intent. Come on. I will counterattack, overlord of all servers. The guild army gathered in the distance, and the firelight reflected the night sky. Sheng Yan hesitated, holding the sword, and followed faintly. The silhouettes of the 3 people disappeared into the night, followed by the flames of Sheng Yan's giant sword, and the fiery body muscles bulged to catch up, steaming with sweat. Queen, I rebelled. The Overlord channel has exploded, and the application to withdraw from the alliance has been successful. The Fire Phoenix 9 turns are fully activated to assist you. Zone, the lava fissures are red and boiling, the smell of sulfur is choking your nose. The LV55 lava scorpion's 100 pincers are clipping the metal and causing harsh friction. The poisonous mist fills the field of vision with green light. The public channel desperately refreshes the screen. The queen enters the elite zone. The Scorpion King OE poison explosion radius is 80 meters. Reduced defense 90% stacking. Normal team T throws corpses. Her foursome is looking for death. The scorpions smashed with their pincers, the lava on the ground splashed as hot as fire. Xin Yu's body flashed, and the white ice mist exploded. Freezing poisonous mist clicked, ice and fire intertwined steam. Bing Xin talent full. Experience sharing plus 50%. Queen, I love you. From the day the heartbeats of Novice Village were synchronized. I will freeze your enemies and melt your heart. Her cheeks were flushed, and her ice lips touched the side of Xin Yu's neck. The cold fragrance melted into her nose, and the harem was filled with sweetness. Lin Fan assisted with a warm smile, and the milk was golden and the blood returned 8,000 times per second. Sister Bing's confession is spectacular. Sister Yu, I will breastfeed you for the rest of my life. Unlimited resources. Shared feelings, threesome. Domination is nothing. Xin Yu's heart surged with warmth, and the purple light of the crown reflected his smile. Fools, concentrate on brushing. The Emperor is coming. The sword energy of the 4 figures buzzed. The clones resisted the pincer attack -0 and suffered no damage. The Wolf Soul Divine Sword slashed and hit continuously. The Scorpion Swarm's health bar instantly increased by -15,000x, and the Experience Green bar increased by x45, x50. Passers-by watched from a distance and stared and trembled. 50 stacks of buff? The whole team's LV50 sword, LV55, LV60, LV65. The Queen's LV70 golden light reached the sky, and the power was 1200 temporary swallowing. The fire wave burned her skin and the heat wave hit her face. The PvP Queen turned to the assistant. The output is locked on the Scorpion King. I have 800,000 health bars and I can carry half of it. Lin Fan was full of milk, and the white ice shield reduced the damage by 90%. The elite area was cleared. The pile of corpses was charred and smoking. and the public channel exploded. Kill the scorpions all together. Queen's panel sharing, LV-70 agility 1200, attack 3000, Emperor's shirt defense 2500 without damage, experience storm hidden skills unlock qualifications. Xin Yu's backpack dumped the ore again, and the crystal wall of the mall flashed 100,000 points exchange. Ding! Experience storm LV-10 the only super god. Permanent absorption of experience X100 from wild monsters with a range of 200 meters. No upper limit for stacking. No CD1 points. The panel explodes. All attributes plus 500. The Wolf Soul Divine Sword upgrades to the Soul Melting Wolf Soul. Attack 2500. Range/expanded. Sheng Yan swallowed her saliva and turned her eyes red with jealousy. The Queen's skill tree is fully activated, and I, the Fire Phoenix, have only touched the edge at level 8. Mo Fan has monopolized all the skill books in the Batian warehouse, and he is the first to kill him in the copy. Bai Ning gently held Xin Yu's waist. Her blue robe was close to her body and the ice and heat blended together, and she whispered like honey. You are safe in the wild, my ice heart will always protect you. I just confessed. How deep is the private chat? Lin Fan blinked and smiled mischievously. Bing sister is hot, I assist. Take a bath in the guild base hot spring. Replace all epic suits, and unlock the LV-70 Phoenix Wolf Soul suit. The four of them laughed and walked forward, the hot wind blowing on their faces and the lava abyss in the distance. The entrance was flashing with red light, and the secret path was twisted with sulfur heat. Mo Fan blocked the main entrance and passers-by were besieged in despair. Duplicate monopoly. Tyrant LV-60 team gets the first kill, the Queen takes a detour? Looking for death, the Abyss miniboss Lava Lord's health bar is 2 million. OE magma rain in seconds. Sheng Yan roared. Mo Fan's conspiracy, I confirmed it from inside. The first kill materials are directly converted into the artifact tree. He has hoarded 30%. Xin Yu locked the entrance with cold eyes, and the crown's automatic BUFFX 55 pulsed. Sneak in. Get the first kill out smart. The experience storm was launched instantly. 200 meters of red mist and green bars were sucked in, and the surrounding wild monsters automatically took revenge and exploded. Ding ding experience rained down. LV-70 soared to LV-72. The figures of the four people flashed into the abyss. The lava was boiling and the heat wave was like a furnace. The rock wall was dripping with molten juice. The Lord Behemoth roared and rained down lava. The hot dripping on the skin was like needle pricks. Passers-by screamed. Going in? The normal team's T health bar evaporated, they are unharmed? Sheng Yan joins the four-person invincible. In the abyss the Lord swept with his tail, the ground cracked, the molten pool grunted. The white ice mist froze the magma, and Sheng Yan's Fire Phoenix exploded and reacted. After the bullet, Lin Fan's milk light was locked, and Xin Yu's avatar was intertwined with four sword energies. Wrath of the Emperor plus experience storm. The purple and green mist swept double. The Lord's health bar plummeted minus 30,000 combos. The void tore through the rock wall for hundreds of meters, and the lava poured into the sky with heat waves. The Lord knelt down and exploded. The rare material Heart of the Abyss golden light burst out. Ding Dong was included in the bag, and the system-wide announcement resounded. Ding! The Queen of Deletion killed the Lava Abyss mini-boss for the first time, and won the Heart of the Abyss, exchanged for artifact tree materials. The public frequency knelt down and exploded. Detour to outwit? Mo Fan's blockade was in vain. The Queen's materials were obtained, and the artifact tree was fully unlocked. LV-72 panel power 1500 plus. All the server is number 1. The four people exited the dungeon, and the night sky became brighter. Thousands of people from the Tyrant Alliance gathered outside the city. The darkness was like a sea of insects. The horseshoes thundered, and the dust was yellow. The man from the back row roared. Guild leader's order. The guild war is about to start, and the blood will shine. Mo Fan's ID burst out of the tower, and his voice was thunderous. Queen, the first kill in the dungeon is your luck. The whole city's resources will belong to Tyrant. The sea of people will overwhelm you. Sheng Yan raised her giant sword, stood beside Xin Yu with her fiery body, and shouted out the public channel with firm eyes. I, Sheng Yan, officially betrayed Batian. Apply to join the Deletion Queen team. The Fire Phoenix is fully activated. And the top 10 in PvP prove your loyalty. The whole server was shocked and passersby knelt down and screamed, Team expansion! 5-person divine outfit LV70+. Sheng Yan genius joins Bati on how to slaughter the first battle in the day. The guild war is about to break out. The queen and the empress are invincible. Xin Yu's crown glowed with purple light, and the wolf soul sword roared into the sky. He looked at the black clouds of thousands of people and smiled lightly. Come on. The first battle, slaughter. The murderous aura was solid in the hot wind. The torches glowed red in the night sky. The 5 of them stood side by side, and the guild army in the distance was gathering momentum, and the bloody battle began. In the wasteland outside Xinhui City, the night wind stirred up yellow sand and hit the face like a knife. The torches swayed like waves and reflected red. Thousands of people were covered in black. The thunder of horse hooves was deafening. The dust and yellow mist choked the nose and mixed with the smell of sweat and blood. The elite archers of the Tyrant Alliance buzzed with arrows, and the level 50 divine armor flashed and locked the 5 people. The Iron Tower man roared from the back row, his giant axe mopping the floor, scraping out sparks and pungent. The guild battle has begun. The Queen's team has bloodied the East Gate resources, and now it's your family's turn. President Lin Fan is here in person. He clears the map. And the crown mine belongs to Ba Tian. The public channel flooded the screen like a flood. The 5-person team is finished. Sheng Yan's traitor PV, even the top 10p can't save it. The average output of Tyrant at level 55 is 2,500. There is no solution to the crowd tactics. The Queen's health bar will evaporate even if she is at level 72. A passerby looked at him from afar. His legs weak and his voice trembling like a candle in the wind. The whole city is blocked and there is no way to escape. The dungeon monopoly Lin Fan takes the first kill. And the Queen's legend is ruined in the wasteland. Xin Yu's crown's purple light pulsed coldly and touched her brain. The 5 of them were leaning against the residual heat exit of the lava abyss. The residual heat of the magma burned the soles of their feet like fire. She scanned the sea of insects with her pale eyes and sneered silently. The wolf soul divine sword buzzed and trembled, and the blood tank was red. The flames of Sheng Yan's giant sword followed the fiery body, and the muscles bulged, and the sweat was steaming and the hot air hit her nose. Queen, I am the Fire Phoenix who has locked the front row at 9 turns, with a health bar of 800,000 to carry the first wave of 10,000 people. The hunting frost eyes of the white condensed blue robe locked on Xin Yu. Ice mist wrapped around the 4 of them. The cold air hit their faces but warmed their hearts. The frost field expands, slowing down the enemy by 60%. My heart? Just to block you. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the ground and the earth-yellow shield exploded in a radius of 40 meters, and the milky golden light fell down. He returned 6,000 blood per second. Sister Yu, don't fight hard. Our guild's secret portal leads directly to the Dragon Flame Fortress large dungeon. The experience of the first kill of the LV80 Guardian boss is X500, and the resource warehouse provides 5 more epic sets. Retreat. The public channel taunted and scrolled. Secret path? All the insiders of Batian have been bought. Lin Fan has ambushed the dungeon, and the Queen has thrown herself into the urn. The Iron Tower man led 1,000 people to charge. The giant axe slashed the shield. Sparks flew and tinkled loudly. -300 floating blood flashed back. The white ice chain instantly clicked and froze the horse's legs. Sheng Yan's Fire Phoenix burst into flames, and the heat wave burned her skin. Control the full chain, retreat. Xin Yu's eyes flashed. The crown buzzed with BUFFX 55 stacks. The Iron Tower man glared and heard the sound of the axe falling. 5 times the firepower of the clone? Attack 3,500 total damage. Void tier without CD expansion? I have a LV55 health bar of 600,000 in an instant. He knelt down and exploded. The armor shattered into pieces and his flesh was bloody, and the surrounding soldiers howled and all the corpses were piled up like a mountain. The equipment was full. Xin Yu's eyes flashed. The crown buzzed with BUFFX 35 stacks. Iron Tower man glared at the axe and dropped it, his voice breaking. 4 times the firepower of the clone? 2,000 total damage and attack. No CD in void tier? I can't handle it even if I'm level 45 with a health bar of 500,000. He knelt down and exploded, His armor shattered, bloody flesh and a stench spewing out. All the soldiers around him wailed and were wiped out, and the pile of corpses was full of oars. Passerby screamed and urinated. Queen clears the field. One man kills hundreds of elites. Sheng Yan follows with fiery eyes. Tyrant collapses. Lin Fan's portal, the earthy yellow twisting heat wave hits his nose. Let's go out into the wild. Elite Area LV-55 Lava Scorpion Group. Full of experience buff. Inside the Dragon Flame Fortress, molten juice dripped from the red rock walls and sizzled. The sulfur heat wave was like a furnace roasting the skin. The level 75 Dragon Flame guards swept the metal with their pincer tails and scratched the metal. The flames exhaled orange light and the scorching vision was distorted. The air was scorched and stifled. The system prompts. Enter the large dungeon Dragon Flame Fortress. The first kill has not been opened. Experience X300 environment bonus. Xin Yu took a deep breath of hot air. The crown automatically activated the experience storm to activate 200 meters of red mist and green bars, and the surrounding guards automatically took revenge and exploded. Ding ding experienced like rain. LV-72 soared to LV-75. She sat cross-legged on the edge of the rock, and the crystal wall of her backpack flashed with 150,000 points plus the golden light of the heart of the abyss. Redeem in the mall. Ding! All skill trees are full. Advent of the Emperor LV-15 6 clones infinite duration. Queen's Wrath LV-12 OE range 150 meters. Damage X20 critical hit. Void Tier LV-10 straight line. 300 meters penetration and no defense. Fire Phoenix 9 turn borrowed Sheng Yan LV-9. Range of Sea of Fire, unlimited Doti stacks. The panel is full. All attributes plus 800, Strength Surge 2000, Agility 1500, Attack 4500, Emperor's Shirt Defense 3500, Soul Melting Wolf Soul Sword Attack 3500, Range Cutting Radius 80 meters. Lin Fan distributed the suits with a warm smile, and the epic Phoenix Wolf Soul armor jingled with golden light and blinded him. Sister Yu, the sacred tree is fully opened, and my LV-75 milk volume is fully locked at 12,000 per second. The resources are unlimited, and the emotional threesome will be upgraded to 4 people to share. Bai Ning gently touched Xin Yu's waist with her hands, and the blue robe blended with the cold and heat close to her body, whispering sweetly. Your skills Nung Shu is at full level. My Bingxin talent is upgraded. Experience sharing plus 80%. Control chain permanent freezing plus damage reduction 95%. On the battlefield just now, your sword energy made my heart beat faster. And the private chat went deep. In the hot spring area of the dungeon tonight. Her cheeks were flushed and she touched Xin Yu's earlobe with her ice lips. The cold fragrance melted into her nose and the warmth filled the harem. Sheng Yan stood still with her fierce body holding her giant sword. Her eyes were red with jealousy and she swallowed her saliva. Queen's panel sharing power 2000 plus temporary X12 equals 24,000? The whole team borrowed BUFFX65 to reach LV80. I turned 9 Fire Phoenix with full support, and the top 10 in PvP changed to the top 5. Overlord Civil War my inside information. Mo Fan hoarded dungeon keys. Personally led the LV70 elite group to invade for the first kill. A frying pan outside the public channel. The Queen enters the Dragon Flame Fortress? The large dungeon's LV80 guard has an output of 4,000, and the flame AoE radius is 100 meters per second. A normal group of 100 people throws their bodies away. And she is looking for death with 5 people. There was a brief silence in the dungeon. The lava pool was boiling and steaming. The 5 people were laughing and taking stock. The ore was piling up like a mountain, and the experience green bar slowly increased by X70 and X75. Xin Yu stood up and his crown glowed with purple light. Brush the guard, stack BFFX 100 targets. The Emperor is coming. The 6 purple shadow clones buzzed with sword energy and resisted the flame breath -0 without any damage. The Wolf Soul Divine Sword ranged critical strikes with a purple burst like thunder, and a radius of 80 meters. The health bar of the Ding Ding guards was dash 20,000x in an instant. The lava on the ground cracked and the abyss was soaring with heat. Sheng Yan's 9-turn flame tornado assists the Sea of Fire DOT to burn and smell. The white ice mist explodes and freezes, flames crackle and steam swirls, Lin Fan's milk shines, and he returns 15,000 blood per second. The whole team is under no pressure, now at level 85. Passers-by looked at the peripheral projection of the dungeon from a distance and stared and trembled. 80 layers of buff? Queen LV85 strength 2200. Attack 5000. Clones clear the field 6 times like mowing grass. Sheng Yan Sea of Fire cooperates amazingly. The corpses of the guards were black and smoking. The rare materials were jingling with golden light all over the ground. The green mist of the experience storm sucked X85, X90, and Xin Yu's LV88 soared to LV90 golden light. Suddenly, the twisted red light of the portal in the depths of the dungeon hits the nostrils. Mo Fan's ID appears in red. The figure in the tower invades with 1,000 elites. The LV70 divine armor flashes. The flame monster summons the roaring magma rain. And the hot dripping skin is like acupuncture. Haha! The inside information is accurate. The queen trimmed and gave away the head. Thousands of tyrant elites. Average output 500. Millions of health bars. The dungeon is flooded with people. The first kill of the Emperor's scepter belongs to me. The elite archer's arrows buzzed like a swarm, and the flame mage's orange wave swept across a radius of 120 meters. The public channel was filled with despair. Mo Fan came to invade in person. Thousands of people invaded the realm, and the guardian boss's health bar was 5 million. There is no hope for her to kill the 5 of them. The Iron Tower man resurrected and led his team to sweep the tail. The president is calculating. Double-team the copy. The traitor Sheng Yan will be killed first. Sheng Yan roared and the giant sword exploded. Come on! The fire phoenix is locked on Mo Fan. The clone of Lin Lu Dao is instantaneous. The Queen's Wrath, a 150-meter purple burst explodes X20 damage. The void tears in a 300-meter straight line, penetrates the air, hums and rumbles. 1,000 elites' health bars plummet 40,000 combos. Most of the instantaneous corpse explosions, jingling equipment and ores are all over the ground, and the cracks in the ground are 10 meters deep. And the lava pours into the sky with heat waves. Mo Fan's eyes widened as the scepter splashed with sparks and his voice broke. The total damage of the 6 clones is 60,000? The attack is 6,000 times 20 is equal to 120,000 single targets. And all the panel attributes are plus 1,000 temporary? I'm LV75 and my health bar is 1.5 million, but half of it is lost. The shield shattered and retreated in embarrassment. The giant flame beast howled and was attacked by ice and fire. Bai Ning's frozen control chain clicked and locked thousands of people, slowing them down by 95%. Lin Fan's milk was golden and the blood returned to 20,000 times per second, all locked. Hardless and tough. Sister Yu Empress. Sheng Yan Sea of Fire dot stacks infinitely burned and scorched and stinky spewed out. Assist me as the PvP queen, output Mo Fan. The 5 people advanced to guard the boss hall. The dragon flame guardian beast had a health bar of 5 million. Roaring magma rained down, and the pincer tail swept a radius of 150 meters, causing metal piercing. Xin Yu's clone avenges Wushang, and the experienced Storm X100 green mist absorbs the whole team, soaring to level 95 and level 100 with golden light. The Queen's Wrath plus Fire Phoenix 9 turns double purple firestorm swept across. The boss's health bar plummeted minus 50,000 combos. The void tore open the 300-meter rock wall, collapsed and roared. The remaining members of Mo Fan's elite knelt down and screamed. Thousands of people in seconds? The whole team's LV100 panel exploded. The Queen's power is 3,000 plus temporary. The golden and purple light of the staff burst into the bag, and the system announced thunder. Ding! The Queen of Deletion killed the Dragon Flame Fortress Guardian boss for the first time, and won the Emperor's Scepter, the first artifact in the server. The skill tree is finally unlocked plus all attributes plus 1,500%. Passerby screamed and urinated. The Queen cleared the field of thousands of people. Sheng Yan's eyes are fiery. Bai Ning is frozen. Lin Fan is the milk god. The 5 people retreat without any injuries. The panel power is 1,600 temporary. The nose opened. Let's go to the Dragon Flame Fortress. The secret entrance to the large dungeon. Kill the Guardian Boss Emperor's Scepter artifact tree for the first time to unlock. The figures of the 5 people disappeared from the door, and the door slammed shut with yellow sand to block it. The wilderness roared. Run away? President Mo Fan, the dungeon is outflanked. The golden and purple light of the Emperor's scepter pulsed like a heartbeat, the waste heat of the lava in the palace evaporated, and the stench of burning sulfur hit your nostrils. The corpse of the dragon flame guardian beast was charred, black, smoking and tinkling, and rare ores rolled all over the ground. A low roar echoed in the air. Xin Yu held the scepter tightly, and the crown's cold touch brain all attributes plus 1500% superimposed temporary let's retreat and return to the Empress base in the main city. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the ground and ripples spread out in a radius of 50 meters. The hidden portal was twisted and the heat wave hit his face. Sister Yu, I have upgraded the logistics to LV100, and the base defense array has fully opened the unlimited potion stock of 100,000 bottles, but the public frequency is clearing. The Tyrant Alliance has blocked the 5 gates of the main city of Starlight, and the individual masters dare not defect. The public channel rolled like a rain of blood, and passers-by IDs trembled and refreshed the screen. The Queen's scepter and artifact tree unlocked are all explosive, but the 10 guilds of Mo Fan's Revenge Alliance have a total strength of 200,000, an average LV90 output of 6,000, and the sea of people is drowning. The main city, the base is isolated and helpless. Sheng Yan's traitor is exposed inside, and the Queen and the 5 return to the city for the first kill. The hunting frost eyes of the white condensed blue robes locked on Xin Yu, and the ice mist wrapped around the 4 of them and warmed them up. You or I am slowing down the enemy in the frozen field by 70%. But the Alliance assassin has penetrated the edge of the copy, and the icy lips touch your shoulder. Chat privately in the hot spring area, and wait until the crisis is over. Her cheeks were flushed and she came closer. The cold fragrance was fragrant, and the flames of Sheng Yan's giant sword followed her fiery body muscles. Beads of sweat were rising. Queen, I know all about Mo Fan's weaknesses. He relies on the Void Key to teleport without CD when playing cheats in other countries' wars. He relies on buying the GM to be in the top 10 in PvP. However, Fire Phoenix 9 turns locks his health bar. Civil strife has broken out and 30% of the elites have defected. Suddenly, 3 red portals in the depths of the hall exploded with a heat wave like a furnace roasting the skin. The Iron Tower Man's resurrection rate was LV90. A pincer-shaped formation with 1,000 elite archers and arrow clusters buzzed and stringed. The Flame Mage's orange wave charged with a radius of 150 meters. Mofin's tower silhouette and scepter sparks splashed red. The ID flashed and the voice rolled like thunder. The double teaming is successful. The Alliance is successful. The Alliance's intelligence is intact. The Empress base is surrounded. 200,000 troops are pressing down on the east gate of the main city. Are all the people fleeing? Kill them all. The elites are cleared by OE, and the scepter explodes and the corpses are mine. The rain of arrows hit the shield, and the spark stung the nose, and the flame monster summoned a roaring lava rain that was hot and dripping like needles, and the ground cracked 8 meters deep and was filled with molten liquid. Lin Fan's milky golden color regenerated 30,000 blood per second and locked the entire team. His voice trembled and the earth-yellow door accelerated and twisted. Hold on. The base transmits a 30-second CD. The public channel is desperate. Passers-by predict that we will lose our bodies. The passers-by kneeled down on the public channel and worshipped. The Empress is invincible. Mo Fan's main force was defeated. The scepter artifact tree was fully opened, and the whole team was level 100 and swept the entire server. Mo Fan retreated with his scepter shattered in disgrace, his voice trembling and low on the public channel. This hatred. See you in the all-server competition. The revenge plan is launched, and the 10 guilds of the Alliance are surrounding the Queen. Outside the dungeon, thousands of troops gather to rain down arrows. The murderous wind is solid. The purple light of the 5 people standing side by side is pulsating. The dust in the wasteland is thicker, and the crisis is imminent. The yellow color of the portal engulfed the figures of the 5 people, and the yellow sand blocked the gate. The heat wave rose to the sky. In the dungeon, Mo Fan roared and his scepter shattered, and he retreated in panic. Run away? The Alliance is tracking, and the base siege has started. Before the full server competition, destroy the Empress first. The towering amethyst tower in the main city of Xinhui was filled with clouds and mist. The residual heat of sulfur dissipated the cool or fragrance in the air. As the 5 people landed, Lin Fan's logistics system rang and automatically supplied unlimited potion gold. The light piled up like a mountain, and 40,000 bottles of blood were restored every second. The equipment was repaired instantly. The base is upgraded to LV100, the defense is 100,000, and the daily output of the ore is 500,000 points, but outside, 200,000 alliances are locked down. The public channel taunted an avalanche. The Empress returns to the nest? The total output of Tyrant plus 9 alliances exceeds 100 million. The base is isolated, and the individual masters are too scared to enter. The recruitment dream is broken. Mo Fan cheats on the national war and teleports, and the 5 queens are drowned no matter how gods they are. The amethyst pulsating in the base square is cold and touches the skin. Xin Yu swings his scepter and the skill tree is overloaded. Ding ding. Exchange for the ultimate scroll in the mall. Ding. Wolf Soul Ultimate LV20. Range of 150 meters, 9% shared by the whole team. The panel is soaring, all attributes are plus 5,000%. The strength is 60,000 temporary x18, the attack is 12,000. The 6 clones have a total damage of 360,000. She sits cross-legged and the crown automatically buffx 110. The green bar storm absorbs the base or experience x120, soaring LV105 golden light into the sky. Bai Ning Shuang's sweet eyes came close to her waist and caressed her blue robe, which blended with ice and heat. She whispered to her earlobe and the cold fragrance hit her nose. Your private chat in the hot spring area. A fusion experiment of ice and fire. The 2 figures disappeared into the secret hot spring of the base. The steaming mist and heat wave hit their faces, and the water droplets were crystal clear. The ice mist exploded and wrapped around the flames of the fire phoenix. The system rang. Couple skills unlocked. Fusion of ice and fire LV1. Output x50 to control permanent freeze plus unlimited fire DOT stacks. Emotional value max harem sweetness plus experience sharing 90%. Bai Ning's ice lips touched Xin Yu's neck deeply and the warmth lasted for a long time. She breathed and whispered, "The heartbeat accelerates for you, and it is sweet even in crisis." Sheng Yan stood still with her fierce body holding her giant sword. Her eyes were hot and she swallowed saliva to share the information. Mo Fan's National War plug-in void key, teleport without CD to lock the first kill, but the weakness relies on the GM private server patch. 50% of the alliance is in civil strife. I brought in the individual Master L. There are 100 people in the V70 group, but the threat of the public channel scares away half of them. Lin Fan smiled warmly as he distributed unlimited potions, and the blue light flashed. The logistics are fully activated, and the potion has a blood regeneration of 50,000 per second, and the recruitment is open. The individual masters were sent to the base square one after another, and the IDs flashed. Shua's legs in the gray suit at level 70 were weak and he knelt down. His eyes widened and his trembling voice broke. The Empress's personal move? Experience share buffx 110 green mist sucked in. Our level 70 surged to level 85 with golden light flashing. The panel power doubled and the output was 3,000. Epic, the suit is free and the golden light is shining. But the outside alliance has 200,000 people, and the city walls are buzzing with arrows and sparks are flying, and there are dangers everywhere. A group of armored men screamed and urinated. The tyrant assassin has reached the edge of the base, and the intelligence network is fully covered, and the recruitment is suspended. Xin Yu stood up, her scepter glowed with purple light, and she scanned the public channel with a cold eye as the dark clouds pressed down on the city. Brush the points in the arena, and the points at the top prove your invincibility, and win over everyone. A new group of 5 plus 100 people teleported to the arena, and the red arena was filled with heat. Winning streak. Alliance Masters ambush. The average output of the opponent is 8,000 at LV95. The crowd is surrounded and there is no solution, and the base is empty. Mo Fan attacks. In the first game, the LV95 Assassin King teleported and locked the sound. The radius of the poison blade was 50 meters. The green mist choked the nose minus 5,000 DOT, and the health bar of the new group was weak. Wailed. No pressure on the output? The Queen's 6 clones suffered a total damage of 360,000. The void tore 300 meters through the second sky, and the double storm of ice and fire swept across. We are completely unscathed. Bai Ning's ice-frozen click slowed down 99%. Sheng Yan Huafeng's DOT infinite stacks burned and stink splashed. Lin Fan's infinite potion blue light Desheng regenerates 60,000 blood per second. Queen Xin Yu's wrath 150 meters. After winning 20 and 30 games in a row, the arena was full of corpses. Passers-by in the audience were worshipping and their legs were so weak that they couldn't stand up and screamed. The queen's competitive points exceeded 10,000 and she reached the top. The new group of individual players shared BUFFX 115, all LV95, power 4000 temporary. The top thunderstorm has a radius of 200 meters, roaring with a pungent electric scorch odor, and the new group of Sanren trembles and cracks the sound. T health bar is compressed by 10%. Queen Wolf Soul Ultimate LV20 range 150 meters x 30 critical, hits 360,000 combos. Boss instant cleared the game without any damage. After 50 games, the system announced with thunder. Ding! The Deletion Queen team reached the top of the game with 50 consecutive victory points, and won the Ultimate Mine X10, and 1 million skill points. Xin Yu's Crown Buzzing Experience Storm 180,000. Scepter plus Crown Double Buff plus 3,000%? My health bar of 2 million is half empty in an instant. The soldiers around him were wailing and the piles of corpses were full. Sheng Yan's Fire Phoenix 9-turn Flame Tornado assisted DOT to burn and scorch, and the white ice chain clicked and locked thousands of people to slow down by 95%. The steam swirled, and Lin Fan's shield blasted to a radius of 60 meters to block the magma rain. The passers-by's legs were weak and screamed on the outside of the projection. There are thousands of people in the Hardcore Alliance in the dungeon without pressure? The Queen's panel has a crazy power of 45,000, and the Empress base teleports to escape, but the main city is already covered by dark clouds. The hot wind on the top of the Amethyst Tower was like a knife scraping the bones. The yellow sandstorm outside the East Gate rolled up the 100-meter-high wall. The rain of arrows buzzed like a swarm of bees, covering the sky and the sun, and hit the city wall with sparks flying and a pungent iron smell. The horns of the Tyrant Alliance's 200,000 troops roared low and deafening, and the lava monster roared, and the magma juice dripped down, burning the ground to blacken and smoke. The public channel scrolled blood-red like a prophecy of doomsday, and passers-by's IDs trembled and refreshed the screen. Countdown to the fall of the Queen's base. The Mofin Alliance's first wave of 50,000 elite LV95 archers' fire spell OE output exceeded 100 million. The city wall's defense of 100,000 was shattered instantly. Hundreds of people in the new group were dressed in gray and pissed their legs and screamed and ran away. The Queen's competition reached the top and laughed. If you say that, 200,000 people will be drowned in the sea without a solution. The new regiment's individual armor knelt down on his knees. His gray suit was wet with sweat and his skin was sticky. His voice was shaking like chaff. Queen R level 100 shared buff Mo Fan plugged in the void key and locked the top of the tower. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the ground, yellow ripples spread, and the earth spiked with a radius of 100 meters. A golden light shield rose with 50,000 blood per second. The blue mist shrouded, but the first wave of arrows pierced the earth wall, shattered, and the deep ditch was filled with dust 8 meters away. Choking his nose, his warm eyes flashed with sweat rolling down. Sister Yu, the daily output of the mine is 500,000 points, and the squeeze is fully activated. The unlimited potion inventory has plummeted by 30%, but the Alliance's Fire Magic Orange Wave has a radius of 200 meters, and the Molten Rain is as hot as needles pricking the skin. Our new team's health bar has dropped minus 8,000 DOT, and we cannot sustain 3 waves. Xin Yu's crown was pulsating coldly, her mind was buzzing, and her scepter was puffing out purple light like a dragon's breath. She sat cross-legged and stared at the dust and mist of the East Gate with her pale eyes. Her heart was like a cold pool and she was calculating. Mo Fan's plug-in teleportation has no CD and relies on GM patches. The Alliance is 50% civilly unrest, but its troops are overwhelming. The first wave was a test of clearing the field with bows and fire. The second wave was a charge of cavalry, and in the third wave he personally led thousands of elites to blast the tower with AoE. If the buff was not reversed and superimposed with 200 layers of experience absorbing storms, the base or veins would be cut off and the level 105 would be stuck, and individual people would defect avalanche. But Sheng Yan's intelligence locked the weakness, and the fusion of ice and fire shared 90%. The 6 clones of the wolf soul in the air could finally cut off the escape route. A sneer surged under her. She stood up and her voice was as low as a sword cutting through the air. Layout. Bai Ning's permanent frozen field is fully opened and slowed down. 99% freezes the east gate for 100 meters. Bai Ning chain locks the assassin. Lin Fan builds a series of earth walls 150 meters high to lock the new group with unlimited milk. Sheng Yan singles out the old fire phoenix to prove her loyalty. My crown automatically X-120 green fog sucks corpses to upgrade empty. The medium bombing of the Queen's Wrath cuts off the enemy's mid-level army. The new group's backline output is doubled. If you dare to donate t-shirts, get out. The new group's eyes widened and legs weakened, and the gray armor was changed to the epic golden light, and the voice was trembling in admiration. Poyen. Queen's resourcefulness is divine? All attributes plus 5,000% strength 60,000 x 18 temporary attack 12,000. We share x 115. Increased strength 90,000. Epic set defense doubled. But the first wave has been charged. Boom, the first wave of 50,000 bows from the east gate pressed like a locust tide. The orange wave of flames with a radius of 200 meters evaporated. The smell of burning sulfur hit the nose. The arrows buzzed through the air, tinkled the earth wall. The sparks pungent and cracked like thunder. White condensed blue robes hunted Xin Yu with frosty eyes. The ice mist exploded and crackled. The blue light swept across the permanently frozen field with a radius of 300 meters. The enemy's footsteps were instantly frozen. The ice layer was 3 meters thick. The steam swirled and decelerated by 99%. Wailing legs were broken. Frozen territory? Move 0% health bar. Freeze 0 output. Our fire magic orange wave backfires and spontaneously combusts into a pile of charred corpses. Lin Fan swung his earth yellow staff to build a wall with a chain of 150 meters high soil thorns like a forest buzzing to block the rain of arrows. Queen Green Mist X-120 shared experience of sucking corpses soared to level 102 golden light. Tripled the panel power of 95,000 output. Sheng Yan's giant sword followed with fiery flames. Her body muscles bulged with sweat. And she singled out the old elite of thousands of people. The Iron Tower Man's axe shadow buzzed, and her Fire Phoenix 9-turn tornado had a radius of 80 meters. DOD unlimited stacks burned and Stinky sprayed the Iron Tower Man's health bar 30,000 x 10 kneeling explosion power. The staff broke into pieces. Traitor Sheng Yan? Fire Phoenix level 20 infinite stacks. There is internal strife in your old army. The Queen's loyalty proves that the health bar of 2 million is half empty in an instant. I am kneeling in the top 10 of PvP. The soldiers of the old army wailed and the corpses exploded and jingled, and the divine armor rolled to the ground. Ding! A member of the new group swallowed his saliva and became jealous. Sheng Yan single-handedly challenged 1,000 people without pressure? DOT stacked 200 layers. The burning smell is pungent. We and the Queen's output is off the charts. Emperor Xin Yu descended. The purple shadows of 6 clones trembled and buzzed. The Crown BUFFX 125 automatically superimposed the power sword to 72,000. Temporary, the purple explosion rumbled and cracked the ground for 15 meters. The Queen's Wrath 150 meters. The projection on the outside of the group had weak legs and screamed. Aerial bombing magic? The total damage of the 6 clones is 430,000, and a single wave clears 50,000. The Experience Storm X-130 is permanently stacked. Our whole group's LV-105 golden light flashes, and the buff sharing reaches 200 layers. All attributes plus 8,000%. The first wave has retreated, and the public channel of the Alliance is in despair. The public channel is rolling with blood. The Empress defense is unsolvable? The 50,000-ton corpse pile of Bao Fire has been donated, and Shang Yanjing's loyalty has exploded, and Mo Fan's second wave of cavalry charges has begun. The second wave of 30,000 assassin cavalry iron hooves roared with yellow sand rolling down the ground. The dust and mist choked the nose. The teleporting shadow locked on the base of the tower. The poisonous blade. The green fog had a radius of 60 meters. The DOT was choking and pungent minus 10,000. Lin Fan's earth wall was upgraded with a series of 200 meters of earth thorns, buzzing, piercing the belly of the cavalry horse, and the flesh was bloody. The new regiment's scattered people Wu Nai were full of no injuries. Epic, the set of jingle bells repaired with golden light, and the voice broke with admiration. 500,000 points of logistics or veins are squeezed for infinite medicine. and we return 70,000 blood per second for antitoxic DOT to make a comeback. The white ice chain clicked and the permanent freeze locked thousands of people, slowing down 99% of the ice mist. Blue light lingered. The steam melted. The assassin teleported, stuck, wailed, and the health bar froze. Sheng Yan huffing assists DOT to stack 300 layers of charred corpse spray. Xin Yu's 6 clones hover in the air. And the wolf soul has the ultimate range to cut 150 meters, even the teleporting plugins couldn't catch up. And 80% of the elites in the Civil War defected and defected. Green Mist X-140 sucked corpses and the whole group reached level 110. The scattered people screamed in ecstasy. Shared BUFFX 200 layer power 120,000 temporary X-22. Output the god-level epic set to evolve the legendary Phnom Penh Blind. In the third wave, Lin Fan personally led 20,000 elites and thousands of Oi Fire Tower figures, scepters, sparks and red ID flashes, and the void key teleported without CD to lock the top of the tower. The heat wave was like a furnace roasting the skin, magma, raindrops and needles. The public channel ridiculed and turned desperate. Lin Fan's plugin is overwhelming? But the Empress Green missed the weakness of the mobile patch was exposed. Sheng Yan's intelligence locked the GM private server, and the 6 clones broke through the void road in the air. Her cold eyes were full of purple light. The fusion of ice and fire is fully activated. Bai Ning Shuang's crimson eyes came close to her waist and caressed the ice. The lips touched the neck, the coldness is sweet. The double burst of ice and fire has a radius of 400 meters. Permanent freezing plus fire DOT infinite stack. Damage reduction 99%. Blue and red light explodes, steam swirls. Lin Fan has unlimited milk 80,000 per second. The earth wall is immortal. Sheng Yan Fire Phoenix turns 9 Suamofan's health bar dropped wildly, and the new regiment Sanren Gung's health bar was reduced by 5% and he immediately knelt down in worship. The couple's skills are incredible. Damage reduction is 99%. We output without damage. Our level is 118 and our strength is 140,000. Xin Yu the Queen's Wrath Air bombarded the void and tore it straight towards Lin Fan. Purple Burst X40 with a total damage of 570,000 tore through the air and buzzed. His scepter shattered and he teleported back in a panic, staring and growling. All attributes plus 10,000%? Strength 1010 000 x 25 temporary attack, 18,006 clones, 720,000 total damage. The alliance collapsed in 3 waves and civil strife broke out. The pile of corpses Ding Dang Gods was full of green mist X200, and the whole group was level 120 golden light shining brightly. The system dinged. Ding! Defeat 3 waves of the Tyrant Alliance. Base defense upgrade LV-120 or veins with a daily output of 1 million, reward massive resources, unlimited skill points of 2 million, and the entire team's equipment will be transformed into artifacts. After the war, the amethyst in the square of the base is pulsing with cold fragrance, and the artifact suit is golden and purple. The jingle of light is draped in the new regiment. Xion's legs are so weak that he can't climb up. He swallows his saliva and is jealous. The artifact tree is fully opened, defense 5,000 plus attack 5,000 plus all attributes plus 3,000%. Our individual gray-equipped Instant God Queen BUFFX 220 experience sharing is soaring LV-120, leading the whole server by level 20, with a power output of 180,000. Unprecedented. The avalanche of admiration on the public channel. The Empress counterattacked in 3 waves and cleared 200,000 without any damage? Lin Fan retreated in embarrassment and the civil strife was over. And the registration for the whole server competition was full. Xin Yu waved his scepter and exchanged the magic scroll for the Wolf Soul Super God LV-25 with a range of 200 meters X40, and the Ice and Fire Fusion LV-5 output X100, and the 4 figures teleported to the hidden area of the beach. The waves hit the shore, the salty sea breeze blows and the coconut trees sway. The sand is soft and warm. The white and blue robe is half undressed and the ice muscles are pressed against Xin Yu's fiery body. The ice lips touch her neck deeply and she gasps and whispers sweetly, "You are, after the crisis. No matter how deep the ice and fire test is, my heartbeat will accelerate for you." Lin Fan smiled warmly and distributed unlimited potions. The blue light flashed. The heat wave of the beach bonfire melted the ice. Sheng Yan's fiery body and giant sword were leaning on the sand, and her eyes were blazing. The four people sat close to each other. Queen loyalty is proved, beach leisure is sweet, for people's relationship is max. Intelligence locks the competition, Missouri fan will take revenge. The atmosphere in the harem is relaxed and sweet with the sound of waves. The salty sea breeze is fragrant, laughter is whispered. Xin Yu scans the board with calm eyes and calmly plays the game. LV-120 leads the whole server with all level 20 artifacts, invincible in the mineral vein competition, but MO fans live broadcast provocation. There was a brief cheer in the base. The ore was piling up. The experienc storm green fog, the black clouds are about to attack the city. Suddenly, the whole server announced the golden light and the thunder. Ding! The national war preliminaries have started, and the countdown for the registration of the whole server competition is 24 hours. The alliance has gathered to dominate the main city resources. Xin Yu held the scepter with purple light pulsing, and sneered silently. The murderous aura of the troops outside the tower was piercing, and the crisis was like a mountain, and the oppression was endless. The rough waves of the beach hit the fine sand and splashed with salty and wet mist. The coconut trees swayed and whispered, mixed with the crackling wood fragrance of the bonfire. The heat wave melted the white ice muscles. She pressed her half-undressed blue robe with snow-covered shoulders against Xin Yu's hot arms. Her icy lips pecked her neck and she breathed lingeringly. "You are the live broadcast of the competition has started. MO fan is that bitch." The public channel flooded the screen and ridiculed us that our 3 small wins were just luck. 200,000 alliances have gathered in the Star Arena. The live broadcast of the first round of draws is focused on us. Passersby's IDs are betting wildly on the Empress. The Empress overturned the car and donated her clothes to go home. Lin Fan's warm eyes flashed with fighting intent, and he distributed blue light. Infinite potion bottles jingled, and he was khaki-looking. The robe hunter tapped the bronze staff in the sea breeze to pulse the metal veins in the sand. Sister Yu, the daily output of the veins is 1 million points, which can be fully exchanged for skill scrolls. We have fully opened LV-120 artifacts and shared buff as backup. Sheng Yan's intelligence has locked the output of MO Fan League's level 95 miscellaneous fish C. But the civil unrest patch is stuck, but the blood-red scrolling is like a knife and cuts the heart. Delete the Queen's Beach Slut and play as a couple? In the first round, the miscellaneous fish team's level 90 gray costume can also kill you. Live broadcast to donate artifacts and go home to clean up. Sheng Yan's fiery body, her giant sword resting on the sand, the scorching sword light steaming with beads of sweat, her fiery eyes scanning Xin Yu's waist and growling. "Queen, all my old troops have defected, all information is available." MO Fan's GM private server void key CD has been locked for 5 seconds. The weakness has been exposed. The 3 warm-up rounds of the first day of the competition, and the finals are live broadcast on the entire server. The Badian League is ready for the second round. We, the Fire Phoenix DOT, will stack up infinitely and you will clear the field without any damage, but 99% of passersby's bets will be destroyed by our knees. The tearing buzz, the sneer in the sea breeze is like a sword cutting through the sky. The live broadcast is on? Then kill the list and let the whole server kneel and lick it. Bai Ning's fusion of ice and fire locks the control. Lin Fan's unlimited milk locks the whole group. Sheng Yan's revenge after the Fire Phoenix is broken. My Wolf Soul Super God makes a wave in the air. The projection output of the new group is shared x 90%. Dare to mock? Let them wear gray clothes and wet their legs to witness the Queen's wrath. The 4 people teleported directly to the Xinghui main city arena and taunted Avalanche on the public channel. The Queen is late for the Wave Beach? The miscellaneous fish team has already warmed up the AoE, and the remaining soldiers of the Dongmen Kanwu Alliance are screaming and fleeing. Star Arena thunders, golden light rumbles. A giant floating island stands with a radius of a kilometer. A sea of clouds, mist, and sulfur-burnt smell. Millions of IDs in the audience scream and place bets in a tsunami. Sparks fly everywhere. The central live broadcast camera locks the entrance in blood red. Ding! All server competition. Opening. The first round of deletion of the Queen's team versus the miscellaneous fish alliance's LV-90 gray equipment is worth 50,000. MO Fan's live broadcast is bombarding. Countdown to the donation of the Queen's artifact. The leader of the miscellaneous fish team. the Grey ID Iron Tower Man, waved the Earth Thorn Forest with a buzzing radius of 200 meters. The roar of the sea of grey armored soldiers, the surging poison blades, the green fog, the choking doti -5,000 per second, the buzzing rain of archers' arrows covered the sky, and the stinging sparks were pungent and irony. He smiled ferociously on the public channel and refreshed the screen. Empress? Our grey-armored AoE broke 500 million in an instant. You have a LV-120 artifact. Crispy skin. Massive corpses exploded and donated mineral deposits to go home. The passers-by in the audience screamed with jealousy. The queen has no brain pressure in the sea of miscellaneous things? It's just luck. The magic weapon set has 5,000 plus defense, and it can't hold 50,000 DOT stacks. The live broadcast is ridiculous. Xin Yu's team landed on the floating island. Purple shadows trembled. 6 clones began to buzz. White frosty eyes were sweetly locked. The fish's footsteps are instantly frozen, wailing, the legs are broken. The health bar is frozen 0 output. Magic skill in the frozen field? Move 0%. Our grey equipment DOT will bite back from the pile of frozen corpses. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the ground, yellow ripples, and the golden light shield flourished, returning 100,000 blood per second. The blue mist melts into the ice and heat, and the new regiment's individual warriors are equipped with grey-colored instant artifacts and gold-rimmed jingles, and they are blinded. With eyes wide open and legs weak, they worship Poin. The milk god's infinite lock? Our health bar is compressed by 1% and is instantly full. We share BUFFX 230 power and 190,000 epics. Evolve the legend. Sheng Yan's huge sword followed the fire phoenix with a 9-turn tornado, with a radius of 100 meters. 400 layers of scorching stinking smoke sprayed and burned the ground. The new group member be swallowed with envy. Sheng Yan's top 5 DOTs in PvP are unlimited. The grey fish's health bar dropped sharply 40,000x20. The scepter was shattered by kneeling down. Xin Yu's crown automatically 620,000. Her wolf soul tore through the void 400 meters in the air, dived with purple bursts, rumbled, split the island into a deep trench 20 meters away. The Queen's Wrath 200 meters, the explosive ash-colored jingle or rolled down all over the ground. God's punishment in the air? The total damage was 1.62 million, and 50,000 was cleared in a single wave. The green mist of the tsunami corpse pile sucked our whole group LV-125 golden light into the sky, and the buff sharing soared to 300 levels. All attributes plus 1,000%? The first round of group elimination and equipment live broadcast is a shame. The public channel is rolling with avalanche of worship. The Empress slaughtered the list? The 50,000 light zombie artifacts are full, and the new group's level 130 leads the audience, and passers-by lose money. In the second round of the Tyrant League, 30,000 LV-100 elite iron hooves and orange equipment roared in the sky. The island trembled, the dust and fog choked the nose, the vice president's red ID scepter, sparks splashed in the void, and the key teleported to lock Xin Yu in the heat wave, roasted skin, magma, raindrops and needles. Overwhelm you! The passers-by in the audience screamed in despair. The elite of the Alliance? Mo Fan personally supports the cheat, the Queen shares BUFFX 300, and the power of 220,000 can't bear the teleportation to 20,000x50. The live broadcast of the civil strife is white. The white ice chain clicks and the eternal freeze locks the speed of 99% of the blue mist. The steam melts the ice and fire. LV6 explosions of red and blue light with a radius of 600 meters. DOT infinitely stacked and reduced damage by 99%. The Alliance was frozen and wailed, spontaneously combusting and charred corpses sprayed out. Couples are ice and fire? Output thousands of blood regenerated. The new regiment's San Rene's health bar was full of purple edges and flashed in the legendary set, and he knelt down in worship. The logistics or veins are squeezed infinitely, and our LV-135 is overwhelming and resistant to cheats every second. Sheng Yan Huafeng assisted and stacked 500 layers of burnt, pungent traitors from the old team. They glared and dropped their armor and exploded. The ghost Sheng Yan? But the intelligence GM patch was exposed, and your teleport CD was extended by 10 seconds before you knelt down. Xin Yu's heart is as deep as a cold pool, and she is sneering. Crown the sky was violently buzzing, and the Emperor's scepter blasted the vice president with a wave of Queen's fury. The total damage was 2.16 million and penetrated the entire map. His scepter shattered and he teleported backward in a panic. His health bar was compressed by 5% and he roared in despair. Strength 120,000 x 35 temporary attack of 726,000 clones and total damage of 2.88 million? The whole island was filled with 400 green mist of orange equipment, and the scattered people screamed in ecstasy. Shared x 400 power, 250,000 temporary output of the god-level legendary set, evolved the artifact tree. The public worshipped. The Queen slaughtered the leaderboard to warm up the finals, and the whole server of the Tyrant League was shocked. The climax of the final warm-up. The golden light of Mo Fan's team's 10,000 LV-110 Elite live broadcast camera is locked in the center of the floating island. His red ID flashes, the scepter sparks splashing into the void, the key no CD teleporting, the heat wave hits the nose like furnace sulfur, and the public frequency doomsday prophecy. Mo Fan personally recruits plugins to control the battle? Queen BUFFX 400 LV-140, full of magical skills, 2 billion AoE in one wave, but teleports to the top of the tower. Light. Audience passerby knelt down with jealousy and trembled. The ultimate showdown? The Queen's sixth clone cannot catch up and donate the crown. Mo Fan grinned and teleported to Xin Yu. The lava rain burned the ground. Empress? The way of thousands of people has stopped the bleeding. I am the champion on the first day. Fully open. Buff stacks 500 times. Bai Ning Shuang's crimson waist touches Xin Yu's icy lips. She gasps for breath. The radius of the blue and red burst is 800 meters. And the permanent freeze plus fire DOT infinite damage reduction is 99.9%. Mo Fan's elite feet freeze and spontaneously ignite. Wailing and the blood bar drops. Splash. Traitor's revenge. Mo Fan, your GM dog's 2 million health bar is half empty in an instant. I'll blow your head off in the first 5 PvPs. The deputy glared and his head was shattered. The orange-suited ding-dong rolled down. Xin Yu's crown automatic, the 30-meter abyss of the exploding island swept across the whole map. He teleported and was stuck. The patch collapsed and the health bar was instantly empty minus 750,000. He dodged in embarrassment and roared in fear. All attributes plus 20,000%? Attack 1.5 million. The experienc storm system thundered with of 145 golden light, flashing across the whole group. Ding! Champions on the first day. The deletion queen team cleared 90,000 in 3 rounds without taking any damage, and was rewarded with the god-level title undefeated queen, with plus 5,000% in all attributes. Unlimited skill points of 5 million, massive artifact trees, base defense LV-150 or veins with a daily production of 2 million. Millions of viewers shall knelt down, licked and screamed, her legs weak. The undefeated queen god? LV-145 leads the whole server with level 40 BUFFX 600 power and 350,000 output epic. Mo Fan's own team's light corpse was exposed and the whole server knelt down and exploded. The public channel worship avalanche. On the first day of the live broadcast of Tubadian, the Empress failed to clear her name. Zhenxiang counterattacked and ranked first in the whole server. The new group's members are full of worshippers. The smoke from the floating island disappeared. The smell of sulfur burnt mixed with bloody rust. Xin Yu waved his scepter in the mall and exchanged it for the Emperor's scepter. The super sacred tree fully opened. The 4 people teleported back to the beach. The waves crashed on the shore. The salty and humid sea breeze hit their nostrils. The coconut grove sand grains were warm. The white-blue robes completely relieved the ice and jade. And the jade was considerate and spicy. You kissed passionately and breathed deeply. You are the undefeated queen, unlocked at Fusion of Ice and Fire level 7. The sweetness of the champion on the first day is doubled, and my heart melts for you. Lin Fan smiled warmly as the bonfire exploded and distributed the artifact blue light, and the new group members projected their worship remotely. Queen God level. We share the title and our power has increased by 400,000. Sheng Yan leaned against the sand with her fiery body and the 4 of them sat together, eyes burning. Loyalty max. Mo Fan's remaining soldiers will be the last resort in the finals on the second day of the competition, and the GM private server backdoor information is locked. Lang Tao. The atmosphere in the harem is humming with relaxed sweet laughter. The sea breeze is salty and laughing. The beach bonfire reflects the undefeated crown's puff of purple light. Xin Yu's pale eyes scan the board to calm down the game. LV-145 is invincible in all servers, but MoFan's live broadcast code word "Final Resort" comes to mind. The rough waves of the beach hit the fine sand. The salty and wet water mist mixed with the coconut palm sand and whispers came to the nostrils. The woody fragrance of the bonfire burst and the heat wave melted the white ice muscles and snowy shoulders. Her blue robe was completely untied and the jade body was tight to Xin Yu's hot waist. The icy lips pecked her neck deeply, the cold and sweet breath lingering. You, the undefeated queen. The fusion of ice and fire LV7 has been unlocked. The first day's champion is sweeter. My heart is for you completely melted. Lin Fan's warm eyes flashed with golden light as he tapped the veins of the sand to pulsate and hum. His earthy yellow robe distributed blue light artifact bottles in the sea breeze. Zhan Tianxian. Bai Ning nodded with a crimson-eyed smile and lightly touched his chest with her ice finger. Nuan Ning, the confession is successful. The foursome on the beach are reinforced. Sheng Yan's fiery body leaned against the sand and the scorching sword light rolled down her eyes. She glanced at the three people and shouted, I am loyal to Max. After revenge, MoFan, the harem is relaxing. Xin Yu's purple eyes swallowed the cold pulse of the crown, and the emperor's shirt was covered with golden and purple light. She chuckled and waved the scepter, which was filled with green mist and sucked sand. Sweetlock, team level 145 undefeated queen shared x600 power 400,000 temporary. Sheng Yan's giant sword buzzed and followed her with blazing flames. She roared fiercely, and the public channel intelligence projected a blood-red scrolling mist lurking at the east gate. Queen, the internal lines are all open. Civil strife broke out in MoFan's remnants, and the conspiracy to bribe the GM to block the resurrection channel was exposed. His GM private server backdoor bought out the friend invitation confirmation system, forcing deleted players to lose their accounts permanently, preventing you from re-entering. On the way to survival, after the first day of killing, he broadcast the code word "The Final Resort" is to merge with the boss form to take revenge. The new group's individual members knelt down in worship and screamed with jealousy and ecstasy. Blocking the resurrection? MoFan's GM dog conspiracy is exposed to the public trial. We share the undefeated title and the power increases to 450,000. And the artifact tree defense is 9000 plus. The intelligence skill is full of new recruits. Lin Fan's bronze staff smashed the sand, yellow ripples and golden shield, and the blue mist melted 180,000 times per second. He smiled warmly and distributed unlimited potions. The mine has a daily output of 3 million, and the resurrection is secretly locked, and we will never be hurt. The blue light of Bai Ningshuang's eyes locked on the system panel flashed to investigate the bug, and her ice chain clicked. Pulling the system log in the void, snowflakes are flying and the cold wind is biting. You are bug tracking. Tianxuan's resurrection is not a game mechanism, but the real soul binding of the Xuanjie source code behind it. Deleting the account means the soul is destroyed. MoFan's blockade is to prevent the resurrection of the true immortal. We Bing Xi and share 90% of the experience. The storm stacks permanently and unlocks the hidden mission of the source code key. Xi Yu's heart was filled with cold calculations, and a sneer was undercurrent. Crown Auto Allied Forces. Live broadcast on all servers. The four teleported golden light and went straight to the Star City arena, taunting the avalanche as red as a knife. Queen's luck on the first day? The semi-finals of MoFan's purple armored AoE broke 8 billion. The cheat patch restarted, and the resurrection blocked the conspiracy. White, live broadcast to donate the crown and go home to the wave beach. Millions of IDs screamed in the audience, and sparks flew everywhere. The floating island thundered. Golden light spread in a radius of 2 kilometers, and the sea of clouds and fog shrouded the smell of burning sulfur. The central live broadcast camera locked the entrance with blood red. Ding! The final opening. Team Deletion vs MoFan's 40,000 level 115 purple equipment Elite C. The barrage exploded. GM blockade exposed the illusion. The Queen's BUFFX 600 can't handle the teleportation 50,000 x 100. It's a shame to donate the equipment. MoFan, the leader of the remnants of the remnant soldiers, has a purple ID. a ghostly man's scepter, sparks splashing into the void. A key no CD teleporting heat waves roasting skin lava, raindrops and needles. He smiled ferociously on the public broadcast screen. Empress? Our purple AoE broke 10 billion. Civil strife stopped bleeding GM patch plugin. The resurrection and blockade was really because of your luck. The semi-final T-Light donated the mineral vein to the whole family. The remnant soldiers roared with the tsunami. Iron hooves roared on the floating island. Trembling dust, fog, choking noses, archers, rain of arrows buzzing, covering the sky, poisonous blades, green mist, dough stacking up, 8,000 per second, iron and pungent. The audience's passers-by screamed with despair and jealousy. Purple-clad elites are pressing the battle? Mo Fan personally helped to whitewash the resurrection conspiracy. The Queen LV-148 shared X600 power 450,000, but could not withstand 40,000 DOT stacks to break the defense. Live broadcast kneeling down and donating the artifact tree. The team landed, purple shadows quivering, 8 clones buzzing, white frosty eyes locked onto Xin Yu's blue robe. The hunter's eternal frozen field clicked and exploded. Blue light swept across a radius of 800 meters. The ice layer was 10 meters thick, and the steam swirled and slowed down by 99.9%. The footsteps of the remaining soldiers were instantly frozen. Wailing, legs broken, health bar frozen, 0 output, autophagic green mist. Frozen God Realm? Our purple-clad DOT counterattacks the corpse explosion, but the teleportation plugin is stuck. The GM patch is collapsing. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the island, and the golden light shield was regenerated 200,000 times per second. The blue mist melted the ice and heat. The new group's single player changed from gray to purple and instantly changed into Ding Dong. His eyes widened and his legs softened. He worshipped pain. Milk God Infinite Lock. Sheng Yan's giant sword, the 9-turn tornado with a radius of 200 meters, stacked 800 layers of scorching odor, splashed and burned the island's skin. Black smoke billowed. She roared angrily. The old traitors glared and the axe fell, and the armor exploded. All the inner ghosts are wiped out. Mo Fan's GM dog intelligence is locked, and your void CD is extended for 20 seconds to kneel down and explode. The new group Sanrenbi swallowed his saliva and was ecstatic. Sheng Yan's top 3 DOTs in PvP are unlimited. Purple armor's health bar explodes. 80,000 x 50 scepter pile of corpses. But Mo Fan personally visited the Red ID and exploded the Chinese army. He combined the preheating form of the scepter with purple and black light throughput and teleportation to lock Xin Yu. The heat wave was like furnace sulfur and the lava sea was boiling. The remaining soldiers' purple violent AoE radius exceeded 200 kilometers. 100 million health bars compressed 10% of the whole group and roared and taunted. Queen is crispy? I have 800,000 plug-in fusion boss form power to attack 400,000 AoE without blind spots. Resurrection blocks your way to rebirth forever. The semi-final donation crown live broadcast is the laughingstock of the whole server. A passerby in the audience screamed and trembled in fear. Mo Fan fusion suppression? Queen the 8 clones couldn't catch up with DOT, and the shared X700 couldn't hold up to 20 billion. The conspiracy was whitewashed and the live broadcast overturned. Xin Yu's golden purple, dim crown and green mist made his mind buzz with despair, and the new group's legs were soft and wailed. The Queen's health bar is 5%. We can't hold back the crispy t-shirt in gray. And it's an illusion on the first day. For a moment Xin Yu's pale eyes were full of purple light and he sneered like a sword in his heart. The fusion of ice and fire is fully activated. Crown blue and red bursts with a radius of 1,000 meters.
Permanent freeze plus fire. Unlimited stacking.
Damage reduction 99.99% output damage reduction. No damage output self-destruction. Lin Fan's 500-meter high earth wall has a series of earth thorns that buzz and pierce the iron hooves, making blood and flesh. The golden shield returns 250,000 blood per second. The health bar of the new group Sanren V is full of immortal gold rims and flashes. He kneels down and screams. Logistics veins are unlimited. We are LV-15. 0 per second. Cheating and anti-fusion. Sheng Yan Huafeng's auxiliary stacked 1,000 layers of scorching and pungent old swords, which completely destroyed Mo Fan's deputy's head. blood mist sprayed and the jingling purple armor rolled down. Mo Fan, your GM dog's final method is exposed, and the remaining soldiers are in civil strife. Emperor Xin Yu descends and the 8th clone hovers. Wolf Soul Supergod LV-35 range cuts 400 meters 2.4 million 8 clones with a total damage of 19.2 million. Her Queen's Wrath A 300 meters his scepter shattered and his purple-black form collapsed and he teleported back. His health bar was compressed by 1%. He stared at the Iron Tower and his armor exploded. He roared and shivered in despair and fear. All attributes plus 30,000%? Attack 2.4 million. The sacred ore was full of green mist x 800, and the sand people's legs were weak and the tsunami screamed in ecstasy. Shared x 800 power, 550,000 temporary x 70 output mythical tree. The queen cleared 40,000 in the semi-finals without taking any damage, and LV 150 is 50 ahead of the whole server. The avalanche of public worship rolled. The undefeated queen crushed Mo Fan and merged to defeat? The whole server knelt down for the resurrection conspiracy, and the new group of sand people was invited to join the guild to worship, and the finals warm-up champion is scheduled. The golden light of the live broadcast locked on the floating island. The gunpowder smoke cleared out and the sulfuric smell mixed with bloody rust became thicker. The system thundered. Ding! Semi-final champions. The deleted queen's team slaughtered 40,000 Mo Fan's remaining soldiers without any injuries. They will be rewarded with source code key fragments, unlimited skill points of 10 million, base defense LV 160 or veins with a daily output of 5 million, and the mythical title Eternal Empress, all of which are plus 10,000% shared. The audience with millions of IDs knelt down and licked their legs, screamed with jealousy and turned to worship. The Eternal Empress? Mo Fan regretted donating the costume to reveal the GM's bribery, and the secret source code of resurrection unlocked a new era. We passersby bet blood to earn worship and join the group. Xian, a member of the new group, teleported to the arena and knelt down to present the costume and swallowed his saliva in worship. The queen's numerical value is off the charts, her power is 600,000, her attack is 3 million, and her total damage is 24 million. We share the mythical tree defense of 10,000 plus all attributes plus 10,000%. And invite allies to fill up the whole server. Mo Fan teleported to the east gate and lurked in the mist. The public frequency code word was red and trembling. Finally, the fusion boss form is fully activated. The countdown to the finals is 12 hours. I will counterattack. Xin Yu waved his scepter and the mall exchanged the source code key. The wet sea breeze hit her nostrils, and Bai Ningbing's jade body pressed against each other for a deep and affectionate kiss. Lin Fan smiled warmly and distributed the mythical blue light. Sheng Yan held the fiery guardian sword against the sand and her eyes were blazing. The final hook, Mo Fan's boss form will explode, and our immortal empress is invincible. The waves murmured in the bonfire and reflected the purple light of the crown. The waves on the beach hummed. The salty sea breeze mixed with the crackling bonfire and the fragrance of wood came to the nostrils, reflecting the pulsating purple light of the crown. 00 strength, 600,000 temporary. Xiang gasped lingeringly. Your Ice and Fire Blend level 8 is permanent. 90% of the source code bug tracking is unlocked. The 12-hour honey night in the finals is reinforced, and the heart will melt forever. Lin Fan's warm-eyed golden bronze staff tapped the earthy yellow ripples of the mineral veins on the sand, pulsating the daily output of 5 million blue light artifact bottle jingle. He distributed unlimited potions and crowded into the circle of 4 people with a hot smile. The Milk God's eternal lock is 25 per second. Tens of thousands of blood. The emotional sharing of the harem is easy, and the finals will be slaughtered without any damage. Sheng Yan's fiery body and giant sword are leaning on the sand, and the sword is steaming with sweat rolling down. She glances with fiery eyes and hugs. Fire Phoenix Dot's infinite intelligence is locked. The final method of Mo Fan's East Gate can be exposed. The GM Dog Fusion is fully activated, and we are determined to win the finals of the Loyal Foursome. Time pours like an hourglass, the 12-hour honey night flies by, the embers of the beach bonfire cool down, the 4 people teleport golden light and go straight to the Star City arena. The public channel mocks the blood-red avalanche like a knife cutting off the ears. The Eternal Empress is lucky to kill the list in the semifinals? Billions of people watched the finals, and Mo Fan merged with the boss. The form is fully open to summon the remnant army of Tyrant with 100,000 LV-120 purple gold equipment. The AoE exceeds 50 billion. The plug-in GM patch restarts the resurrection and blocks the whitening. The Queen's crispy sharing beach. Hundreds of millions of IDs screamed in the audience, and sparks flew everywhere. The floating island expanded to a radius of 5,000 meters, and the sea of clouds and fog filled the air with an even stronger smell. The central live broadcast camera's blood-red locked entrance system thundered and buzzed. Ding! The finals of the all-server competition begin. Team Wang vs Mo Fan Tyrant Legion 100,000 LV-120 Purple Gold Elite plus Fusion Boss Form. Barrage Blast. Queen LV-150 BUFFX. 800 Crispy Skin can't hold over 50 billion AoE. GM's conspiracy was whitewashed, and the myth tree was donated to the live broadcast for shame. Mo Fan's red ID flashed the Chinese army. He merged with the boss form, purple and black light, swallowing scepter sparks, splashing into the void. Key CD-free teleportation. Heat wave like a furnace roasting the skin, magma, raindrops, needle pricks, summoning the remnant army of the tyrant. 100,000 iron hooves, roaring on the floating island, trembling dust, mist, choking nose, archers, rain of arrows, humming, covering the sky, poisonous blades, green mist, dot crazy stacks. Minus 12,000 iron stings per second. He smiled ferociously on the public channel and roared. Empress? My final method is to fuse LV-200 boss form power 1.5 million attack 800,000 AoE without dead ends, radius 3,000 meters, break 80 billion, resurrect and block the source code secret. 100,000 purple gold army instant T. The light donation mine base ranked first in the server. The remnant army roared with a tsunami, the purple gold armor flashed with lightning, and the AoE burst the blood bar, compressing the audience. The passers-by's legs were weak and they screamed with despair and red diapers. Mofin boss suppressed? Zijin's 100,000 DOT stacks broke the defense infinitely, and the Queen's 8 clones could not catch up with the fusion teleport. Share X even with 800 strength and 600,000. The whole family fell on their knees and exploded. The new group's second team projected teleportation in the arena and swallowed with gray face. Our mythical tree defense of 10,000 plus cannot withstand the autophagy of 100,000 AoE, and the Queen's health bar has been compressed by 5%, and the crispy tea can't stand it. Xin Yu's team landed, purple shadows quivering, 8 clones buzzing, white frosty eyes locking sweetly. Xin Yu's blue robe hunting. The eternally frozen field exploded, blue light swept across a radius of 1,500 meters. The ice layer was 20 meters thick, steam coiled and slowed down by 99.99%. The footsteps of the remaining army were frozen, wailing, legs broken, health bar frozen -0 output. Autophagic green mist rebounded. But Mo wherever the fusion of the boss form, the purple-black light. Shield teleports, the heat wave evaporates, the ice layer, the magma sea boiling sulfuric and assails the nostrils. Freeze? This AoE breaks 100 billion plug-in patch. The Legion's purple-gold thunderstorm backfires, and the Queen's deceleration is ineffective. Lin Fan's bronze staff hits the island, and the earth-yellow ripples golden shield 300,000 times per second. The blood-blue mist melts the ice-hot earth wall. Standing 1,000 meters high to block the rain of arrows, the members of the new group fell to their knees and screamed in fear and turned gray. Milk God Infinite Lock X15? Our health bar is compressed by 0.01% and is instantly full. But the 100,000 DOT stack Death Fusion boss teleports through the wall, and the shared buff is collapsing. Sheng Yan's giant sword, blazing flames, 9-turn tornado radius 500 meters DOT stack 2,000 layers of scorched odor, splashed and burned the island's skin, and black smoke billowed. She roared in anger. The old trader's glare and axe fell, and the armor burst into pieces. However, Mo Fan's army's purple-gold shield resisted and the health bar was only reduced to 10%. He roared and taunted. Fire Phoenix is among the top 3 in PvP. Our 100,000 Thunder Light rebounds DOT infinitely, and the intelligence locks you to destroy all the ghosts inside. Hundreds of millions of spectators, passers-by smashing their knees to the ground and peeing on their legs, screamed in fear and trembled like thunder. Mo Fan is invincible when he fuses with the boss? Queen's team's health bar is compressed by 1%, 8 clones are frozen and DOT stacked to death, LV-150 shared Xin Yu's shirt is golden and purple, the dim crown and the green mist are faint, and the mind is buzzing with despair, and the individual people are weak and wailing. The Eternal Empress has 600,000 temporary X70 power, and she can't hold back the fusion teleportation lock. The illusion of semi-final champion, our new team is destroyed. The public channel is an avalanche of despair and blood-red scrolling. Donate the equipment. Fan is first in the whole server. The queen goes home to beach. Suddenly, the whole server announced the golden light and thunder. Ding! The Tyrant Alliance leader Fan's live broadcast provocation. The Empress wins 3 small waves? The first round draw of the competition has been decided. Tyrant Alliance vs deleted Queen's team. The first kill of the 200,000 duel begins. The live broadcast starts, whitewashing the cheats or a real counterattack. The public channel was boiling, passers-by screamed. The eyes of the 4 people on the beach soared to the sky, and the remaining mist at the east gate was in danger again. Bai Ning's waist sticks to Xin Yu's icy lips, touching her sweet panting blue and red. The radius of the explosion is 3,000 meters. Ice and Fire Fusion LV-10 unlocks permanent freeze plus Fire DOT infinite stack output. The purple gold suit Ding Dong rolled down. Couples fusion of Ice and Fire is level 10. Our 100,000 purple gold 200. 000x self-destruction AoE backlash will not hurt. Lin Fan's immortal earth wall is 2,000 meters high. The earth thorns buzzed and pierced the iron hooves, causing bloody flesh and blood. The golden shield was 5 per second. The 00000 return blood vein is squeezed infinitely, and the new regiment's scattered people ease health bar is full of Eternal Empire's gold-rimmed flashing legs. They spin softly in ecstasy and scream in ecstasy. They kneel and worship. Milk God Logistics Myth. Our LV-170 milk per second boss anti-fusion infinite legion is shared. Sheng Yan Huafeng assisted in stacking 5,000 layers of the scorching and pungent old sword to destroy Fan's purple gold shield tower armor, shattering the blood mist and splashing the jingle ore. Break the defense. Fan's GM dog finally collapsed, and the 100,000 strong army exploded. Hundreds of millions of spectators and passers-by stared in horror, their eyes bulging, their legs soft and their diapers soft, and fear turned to shock, screaming, jealousy, and a tsunami of ecstasy. The Eternal Empire summons millions of legions? The Queen has a power of 1 million, an attack of 5 million, a total damage of 40 million, all attributes plus 50,000%, no blind spots. A total of 8 clones enjoy X1000 LV-170 leading the whole server by level 100. The mythical tree's defense is 20,000 plus and the output is doubled. We passers-by kneel down and worship and donate to join the group. Fan merged with the boss form, the scepter shattered, the purple and black light collapsed, teleported and retreated, the health bar was compressed by 0.1%, and the staring iron tower armor was completely shattered. Roaring with despair, fear and trembling. The ultimate tree Eternal Empire? Attack 5 million x100 is equal to 50 million 8 clones, 40 million total damage plus unlimited AoE of 1 million legions. The secret of the resurrection source code was exposed. The GM plugin CD was locked, and the 100,000 purple gold group was wiped out and donated to the whole family. The shame of the live broadcast. The whole server is in public trial. The pile of corpses is full of Ding Dong's Divine or X1000, and the whole group's LV-170 golden light flash system thunders. Ding! Killed Fan's 100,000 plus fusion boss without any damage. The immortal queen is born. The golden light of the live broadcast locked onto the floating island, the gunpowder smoke cleared away, the smell of sulfur burnt mixed with blood, rust, and blood mist became more intense, and the rewards rained down. Complete source code key, unlimited skill points 100 million, base Empire LV200 mine daily output 1 times 10 to the power of 7, mythical Empire title full plus 50,000% shared by the whole server, and the ultimate hidden mission unlocked. The system's majestic thunder resounded through Tianxian. Ding! The secret of resurrection is revealed. Tianxian World is not a game, but a real-life soul simulation. Deleting the account means reincarnation and the soul is destroyed. Fan blocks the resurrection of the true immortal, and the Empress Key opens a new era. Hundreds of millions of audience IDs knelt down and licked their legs, shrieked with jealousy and worshipped Tsunami Poyan. The #1 empress in the whole server? MO Fanboss's desperate donation of outfits exposed the GM private server. All wiped out. Resurrected. The new era of reincarnation is simulated in reality. We passersby bet blood and earn homage to join the Imperial Army. The whole server is full of new recruits. The new group's individual Gung teleported and knelt down to present his costume and swallowed his saliva in ecstasy. The Queen's numerical value is 1.5 million, attack 8 million, total damage 64 million, and the Eternal Empire's millions of troops share all attributes plus 100,000%. We have 30,000 plus defense in the Empire, and we will worship you forever in the new era. MO Fan's body turned into ashes in a state of disgrace. The red blood disappeared. The four of them teleported back to the beach. The waves lapped the shore and the salty sea breeze hit their nostrils. Their white and icy jade bodies were kissed again with a deep and affectionate kiss on their ice lips. They breathed sweetly. You are the first empress in the server, the key to the new era. Lin Fan smiled warmly and distributed the Imperial Blue Light Unlimited potion. The mineral veins hummed. Share the eternal milk empire. The four people in the harem are laughing and fighting for the new era. Sheng Yan's fiery guardian giant sword is leaning on the sand and her eyes are fierce and roaring. Revenge is all destroyed. MO Fan's GM dog is forever banned. The Fire Phoenix assist is invincible in the new era. The waves whispered. The bonfire was rekindled. The golden and purple light illuminated the four people's embrace. The sea breeze was mixed with the woody fragrance of victory. The sense of accomplishment came like a tide, and the whole server knelt down and worshipped endlessly. The waves on the beach roared like thunder, and the salty and wet sea breeze mixed with the scent of rosin and wood from the newly lit campfire came to the nostrils. The imperial light of the crown was reflected in the golden and purple pulse. Her waist was clinging to Bai Ningbing's jade body. Her half-undressed blue robe was cold and sweet as orchid. Her icy lips touched her neck deeply and pecked her gently. She breathed and whispered, "You are the key to the new era." Is buzzing and my heart is palpitating. Everyone kneels down and worships. Our ice and fire will melt forever. LV10 output. He crowded into the circle of four people to distribute unlimited potions, and whispered with a hot smile, "The milk god is fully locked at 500,000 per second. The Empire base LV200 defense is fully activated. The harem is laughing and laughing, and we will always accompany you in the new era." Sheng Yan's fiery body and giant sword. The sweat rolled down from the scorching sword glow in the sand, and he glanced with fiery eyes and roared in a hug. MO Fan's GM dog is forever banned and exposed. The public trial of the whole server is humiliating, and the Fire Phoenix DOT is locked with unlimited information. The true immortal is resurrected and I will fiercely protect it to the end. The blood red to gold wave on the public channel was a tsunami, and billions of IDs knelt down and screamed. The Eternal Empress 3 consecutive championships slaughtered 220,000 people without any injuries. Power 1.5 million shared x 1000 temporary x 100 attack 8 million 8 clones. Total damage 64 million. All attribute plus 100,000% mythical empire title is shared across the server. 1 million LV170 Imperial Army DOT unlimited output crown. The new Sanrina projected teleported to the beach and knelt on his knees, swallowing his saliva with envy and ecstasy. The Queen's source code key completely unlocks the real soul simulation. The reincarnation of the account is over, and the true immortal of the new era is resurrected. We will worship with you forever. Person B smashes his knees in the sand and diapers and turns into a frenzy. The projection worships and roars. The final live broadcast of the floating island in the abyss of 100 meters of gunpowder smoke, blood, rust, sulfur, and burnt odor will last forever. The mythical tree has in defense of 20,000 plus, all attributes plus 50,000% sharing. We, the crispy god, are crazy for the invitation code. The sense of accomplishment came like a flood. Xin Yu's mouth slightly raised. The source code key of the panel in his mind was complete, buzzing and flashing golden light, and the ultimate hidden mission popped up with a thunderous jingle. Ding! A new era has begun. The true immortal resurrection trial. Collect the 9 keys of the void. The souls of all servers will escape from reincarnation forever. The GM remnant soul void rift invades. The Chaos Army infinitely refreshes the LV200 purple and black void magic radius full map breaking 1 × 10⁹. Deleting the account will cause the whole server to be in crisis. Before he finished speaking, the dome of the Tianxian realm thundered and tore apart. The cracks in the void roared and expanded like a black hole with a radius of 10,000 meters, and the choking and rotten smell of purple-black mist hit the face. The GM's residual soul projection roared and the red ID flashed. Empress? This GM's true body, the residual soul, is fused with the void demon. LV-250, strength 5 million. Attack 3 million AoE, broke through 2 times 10 to the power of 9 without any dead ends. The 9 keys sealed the eternal ban and the true immortal was resurrected. The billions of iron hooves of the Chaos Legion crushed the main city of Starlight, and the whole server soul was wiped out. Billions of chaos demons buzzed and descended. Purple-black armor flashed. Poison blades and green mist stacked 50,000 doti per second. The debris of the floating island disintegrated and the dust and fog choked the nose. Archers rained arrows and covered the sky. The irony was pungent. Passers-by's sea blood bar was compressed by 0.01% and screamed in despair. Shao. GM's remnant soul is invincible? The void demon's billions of OE broke 1 times 10 to the power of 9 stacked OD instant kills, and the Queen's LV-170 Imperial Army couldn't withstand the reincarnation of the whole server, so I gave up the Empire set and went home and cried in reality. The projection of a single person turned from gray to black, and he knelt down and trembled. The avalanche of despair in the public channel of the server rolled red. Help! The GM dog's backdoor opens the Chaos Army's billions. The Immortal Empress's crispy group is destroyed, and the true immortal is resurrected and reincarnated for eternity. The floating island in the main city of Starlight expanded, thunderclouds and mist shrouded the sulfurous stench, and the stench of sulfur became more intense, and hundreds of millions of viewers placed their ID bets with sparks flying and screaming in fear and jealousy. The Queen's 8th Avatar Wolf Soul Super God LV-50 range 800 meters x 200. The tearing was ineffective, millions of Imperial Army DOTs self-destructed, and the source code key collapsed. Bai Ning Shuang's cold eyes locked Xin Yu's waist close to the blue-robed hunter's frozen field, and the blue light swept across 1,000 meters of ice and 50 meters of steam, decelerating by 99.99%, but the void demon's footsteps were frozen and howling, and the health bar was only 1%. The purple-black light shield, the heat wave evaporated the ice, and the rotten mist boiled. Freezing is ineffective? The GM Remnant Soul AoE breaks the 3 times 10 to the power of 9 plug-in patch, and the Legion Void Thunderstorm backfires and the Empress slows down. Lin Fan's bronze staff hit the island, and the Earth-Yellow Ripple's golden shield returned 1 million blood per second. The blue mist melted the ice, and the hot earth wall was 3,000 meters high to block the rain of arrows. The new group's health bar was so heavy that it knelt down in fear and turned gray. Milk God Infinite Lock X20? We are fragile with 0.001% instant air, but billions of DOTs. The Void Demon teleported through the wall and the Empire buff collapsed. Sheng Yan's giant sword. 9-turn tornado with a radius of 1 kilometer. Stacked 10,000 layers of scorching stinking fire, burning the island and black smoke billowing. The old projection glared and the armor exploded, but the Void Demon's purple and black shield resisted only 5% of the health bar and taunted and roared. Fire Phoenix? Billions of thunder light rebound to infinite. The intelligence locks you to destroy the ghost. Billions of passers-by smashed their knees to the ground, peed their legs, screamed in fear, trembled and made thunderous noises. GM's remnant soul merged with the Void Demon King to be invincible? The Queen's team's health bar was compressed by 0.1%. 8 clones were frozen and DOT stacked to death. LV-170 shared you are a laughingstock. Xin Yu's crown prince's light dimmed and the green fog dimmed. His mind was buzzing with despair. His legs were weak and he was wailing and breaking his voice. The Eternal Empress can't hold back the teleportation lock even with 8 million temporary X-100. The illusion of the champion of the new era will destroy our Imperial Army. For a moment, Xin Yu's heart was filled with coldness. Smile like a sword burst out. Full fusion of source code keys. Unlimited skill points, 100 million points. Full level 100 of the ultimate true immortal empire. 9 keys instantly unlocked. Crown all attributes plus 200,000% strength 5 million temporary unparalleled. The summoned legions of the true immortal empire appeared instantly. 1 billion LV-250 true immortal imperial armies. Buzzing iron hoofs crushed the cracks in the void. Dust flew into the sky. A thunderstorm of immortal spears swept across the entire map. DOT unlimited damage reduction 99.9999% output. Bai Ning's waist sticks to Xin Yu's icy lips, touching deeply with sweet panting blue and red. A 10,000-meter radius of ice and fire fusion LV-20. Unlocking permanent freeze plus fire DOT infinite stack output. The black-suited ding-dang rolled down. Couple ice and fire against the heavens level 20. Billions avoid 1E6X self-destruction AoE backlash without injury. The 9 keys of the true immortal blockade. Lin Fan's immortal earth wall is 5,000 meters high. The earth thorns buzz and pierce the iron hooves, causing bloody flesh and blood. The golden shield is 50 per second. 0.00000 times of blood or veins are squeezed infinitely. The new regiment's Sanrengung's health bar is crazy full of true immortal empire set with golden edges. Flashing legs, soft legs spinning in ecstasy tsunami, screaming and kneeling in worship. Milk God Logistics Myth. We have LV-250 milk per second to turn over the Demon King and fight against the Void Infinite Legion to share. Sheng Yan Huafeng assisted in stacking 100,000 layers of scorching and pungent old troops, and destroyed all the old units with one strike. The armor of the purple and black shield of GM's remnant soul burst into pieces, and the blood mist sprayed and the Jingdang divine equipment or was filled. Break the defense. The remnant soul of the GM dog's true body collapsed, and the civil strife of the billions of legions exploded. Hundreds of millions of viewers passers-by Xian, eyes widened, legs bulging soft diapers, fear turned to shock screams jealousy ecstasy tsunami. The true immortal empire summons a billion legions? The Empress has a power of 5 million and attack of 20 million, a total damage of 160 million, all attributes plus 200,000%, 8 clones, no blind spots. Share X2000 LV-250 is 200 levels ahead of the whole server. The mythical empire's tree defense is 100,000 plus and the output is doubled. We passers-by kneel down in worship and burst into the true immortal group. The GM's remnant soul merged with the Void Demon King's scepter and shattered. The purple and black light collapsed. Teleport locked. The health bar was compressed by 0.001%. The glaring iron tower armor was completely shattered and low, roaring with despair, fear and trembling. The ultimate true immortal empire? Attack 20 million x 200 is equal to 400 million 8 clones, 160 million total damage plus billion legion AoE infinite. 9 keys block the death of this soul. The real soul simulates the resurrection of the eternal immortal, and the public trial of the whole server is live broadcast for shame. The pile of corpses is like a mountain. When the true immortal or green mist. The golden light of the live broadcast lens locks into the cracks in the void. The gunpowder smoke dissipates, the rotten odor, bloody rust, and the fairy fragrance are even stronger, and the rewards are raining down. The true immortal empire base LV-300 mineral vein daily production 1 times 10 to the power of 9. Unlimited true immortal points 1 billion. All mythic true immortal titles plus 500,000% immortal sharing for all servers. And the Transcendence hidden chain mission unlocked. Billions of IDs knelt down, licked their legs, shrieked, and worshipped Tsunami Poyan. The number 1 true fairy emperor in the whole server? The GM's remnant soul donated the costume in despair and was exposed. The private server was completely destroyed. Reincarnation ended in a new era of real life and immortality. We passers-by bet blood to earn money and worship into the true fairy empire. The invitation was full, and the whole server was attracted new recruits. Yongsho. The new group San Renren teleported to his knees and swallowed his saliva in ecstasy. The queen's numerical value is 1 times 10 to the power of 6, attack 5 times 10 to the power of 6, total damage 4 times 10 to the power of 7. The true immortal empire's billions of troops share all attributes plus 5e5%. We have turned into a true immortal with 200,000 plus defense, and we worship you forever on the road to transcendence. The 4 of them teleported back to the beach, where the waves lapped against the shore and the salty sea breeze hit their nostrils. Their white and icy jade bodies pressed against each other for a deep, long and sweet kiss. The ice lips lingered and they breathed sweetly. The 9 keys of the true fairy emperor are eternal, and the heart of the ice and fire blends into the L20 eternal reality. Lin Fan smiled warmly and distributed the true immortal blue light infinite potion. The mineral veins buzzed. Eternal milk and true immortal empire share in joy. The 4 people in the harem are laughing and enjoying the new era of transcendence. Sheng Yan's fiery guardian sword held her eyes on the sand and roared. Revenge is forever forbidden. The real immortal is invincible in all servers. The waves whispered, the bonfire was blazing with golden purple fairy light, and the 4 people hugged each other. The sea breeze was mixed with the fragrance of eternal wood. The sense of accomplishment came like a sea of stars. The whole server knelt down and worshipped endlessly. The curtain of the new era slowly opened. At the moment when he wanted to advance but suppressed his limit, Xin Yu's heart was full of coldness and a sneer burst out like a sword. All the source code keys have been exchanged. 10 million unlimited skill points have reached the ultimate tree Eternal Empire LV50, and the Legion summons is fully activated. Crown Explosion Eternal Empire tree fully activated. All attributes plus 50,000% strength 1 million temporary even more outrageous. The Eternal Empire summoned Legion suddenly appeared. 1,000,000 level 170 mythical imperial troops roared with iron hooves and crushed the floating island. Dust flew into the sky and golden light shot into the sky. The thunderstorm radius of the spear array swept the entire map. DOT unlimited damage reduction, 99.999% output x 500.